Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
No matter what nobody say, man, Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
WBO Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, your kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects.
BoxingVoice.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for $300 million, and I made $350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
WBO Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another fantastic morning edition. Thank the boxing gods. Thank the WBO. But I'm not sure that you should be thanking Haymon. Shawn magically deleting his tweet showing such excitement for this, it's got me feeling like maybe this ain't happening. I'm just being real, you know. As I'm setting up for this show, Terence Crawford, and the facts are Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter, ordered by the WBO, but Porter deletes his celebratory, expressing his excitement for this fight. He deletes that post. And that just sent all sorts of conspiracy vibes down the little hairs in the back of my neck, man. And when I did some research on my own channel, the WBO's been ordering Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter since 2017. We did a show. Is that insane or fucking what? 4 years and they've never been able to get an ordered WBO fight between these two. In 2017, we said the WBO is likely to order Porter and Crawford. Fast forward all those years, Porter and Crawford are connected, but never a fight. We're talking about 4 years. The first time this podcast made an episode about the WBO ordering Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter was in 2017. Just saying. I don't know that this is going to happen. You know, I seen this last night and I said, yes, we got our topic for the morning. This is going to be exciting. But it got depressing as you've done the research and you see that this has been a linkage between these two men for very long. Now, I know I've been long-winded. I just want to go ahead and say, because I announced this very, very special news on Border Wars episode yesterday, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So it might have went under the radar. But as you can see on our thumbnail to the left, Showdown in A-Town is going down because it's going to be streamed live right here to the boxingvoice.com. Or rather, should I say youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. But we got our big opportunity at the big leagues. You know, some of these other big channels, they've streamed fights. You know, we seen IFL. You know, they did that Havoc and MTK Global card. Well, it's our turn. And we're also going to be doing the commentating live from Atlanta in August 14th. But the beauty of this, I mean, Yesterday I was crying. I'm just gonna be real, like, cause I couldn't believe it. Again, this was a hobby, full-time business now, and I'm calling Lorenzo Truck Simpson's fight. Like, we've been talking about Truck all this time, and I'm telling you, I'm being told Tank's gonna show up. So I get to call a fight where now Tank sees me as the commentator. It's gonna be a whole different level of respect. You know what I'm saying? You know, Darren Cunningham reached out to me. That's crazy. So, you know, this is just an amazing, amazing opportunity for the Boxing Voice podcast to continue to expand the resume. We get to call Lorenzo Truck Simpson's fight. We get to call Henry Martinez. That's a Ken Porter fighter. We talking about Ken Porter's son. Ken Porter be in the building. Ken Porter gets to see me and the evolution of TBV. I mean, this is just, it can't get any better. It can't get any better. Darren Cunningham, the GIF, he is a DHP fighter. So maybe Bill and Devin show up. You know, Devin showed up the last time. And then you got Quactavious Cash. He's from the Contender. It's on, man. I mean, listen, sky is the limit. I just want to thank every single listener that tunes in every single day. It's only because of you that we are starting to take those steps forward, upward. You know, the trajectory is starting to point in that way, but it's because of the love and the support that you guys have been showing through the many, many years, you know. And, you know, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that it's happening now because we got it through the mud, you know, straight through the mud. And I love ATL. They love us more than Tank. I mean, this will be our March, then 2 in July, 3 in July, so 4, 5. This will be our 5th time in ATL. That's crazy. Now I got to push to get brought to Vegas. Like, what's up? You know what I mean? I got to get out that Atlanta box. I need to go to Vegas. But once again, TBV will be in Atlanta. Showdown in A-Town, August 14th. Huge names on this card. Huge names. Lorenzo Truck Simpson, and you know better than me. If you a Truck fan, if you a Tank fan, you would know that he's never missed a Truck fight. That's the word on the street. Yo, he never misses a Truck fight, so he gonna be there. Oh, word? Oh, okay. Darren too? Oh, Devin? Okay. Let's do this. This is a beautiful card. This is a beautiful, forward step for the Boxing Voice. So, gentlemen, because I don't even know that these guys know. They barely check their texts and shit like that. But we've been promoting on the Instagram since last night when we got the finalization. When that check cleared.
Tienen miedo. Eso es miedo. Yo no tengo nada que decir. Solamente como lo voy a decir en español para que todos se me entiendan porque es puro mexicano. Que chingue a su madre.
What up, though? Buenos dias. No?
Yo.
Did my co-host fall off?
Dumatron activated.
You already know with me, man.
The best part of waking up.
It's TBV in my cup. Shout out to the whole TBV family waking up with us. You already know, man. I'm elated. You know what I mean? It's been a long time coming, man. Years and years, like Ness said, getting it from the mud. So we're thankful for all the support that you guys have showed us for sure. And what else can I say? I'm excited for this August 14th card, as Ness detailedly explained and described this event. It's just going to be a phenomenal event. A lot of big names might show up. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Like, when you're doing something you love, sometimes it doesn't feel like you're working. But when you at this level that we've reached right now, after even commentating with the TriStar Boxing Southpaw promotion, it was just a different feel, man. It feels like we're getting there, and I'm really happy, man. I'm really, really happy. But
my bad, I was on mute. Oh, go ahead.
Nah,
you didn't even talk the topic. Go ahead.
Yeah, you sound like you in a radio under a tunnel and shit, brother.
I was afraid of that. I didn't get to do what's it called before I came on. I'm gonna reset. I'll be right back.
Nah. Tap it. Oh, he's gone.
Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter. Oh yeah, they had that little secret meeting back in the day. they were supposed to be talking about a fight, maybe not happening. You know, they had us kind of in a suspense for a while, and then nothing happened. So now we're back at it again, but this time, you know, you kind of got to do it, right?
Nothing happened for a long time, and I can't believe. I'm gonna just go ahead and go to this. You know, like we cover the sport every day. Terence and Bud, that's a sexy name, bro. The fact that we've never done that, and the fact that we've done that 4 years ago, that's crazy. Is that when Crawford moved up in 2017? Is that when he became a welterweight or something?
Well, when
that lines up pretty close, yeah. How's my shit sound?
You good?
Okay. Yeah, that lines up perfect. 2017, 2016, he unified with Postal, fought Molina, then fought Felix Diaz for the super light, then Julius Sadongo, Jeff Horn in 2018. So June 2018. So it's close. I mean, it was probably the announcement came after the Ndongo fight. But yeah, man, listen, that's a great fight. But I'll be honest with you, like I'm in the same kind of boat in that, like I'll believe it when I see it type of thing, and it has nothing to do with the fighters. I know Shawn Porter, personally. I mean, not personally, like I know the man, but you know what I'm saying. I've met him a couple times, got to speak with him a few times, and I've followed his career. I mean, as long as I can remember, back when he was fighting on Friday Night Fights or Showbox or whatever he was on, and that man's not scared to fight nobody. I know that first and foremost. He's not scared to fight nobody. He's not afraid to lose. You know, he's not afraid. Terence Crawford knows he's the best in the world, and he might be right. So he's of course not afraid to fight anybody. But it's like we've been down this road too many times.
So many.
You know what I'm saying? We've heard too many names, and it's just like, bro, you need more people. It's just the bottom line.
For real.
But, the timing on this is 30 days, and that's what, August 20th.
And that's what he deleted. I got a screenshot, so I'll send it to the show. But he deleted that. He said clock's ticking or clock starts now. But he deleted that tweet. And I just want to know why. Why is everything being deleted? Why does everything have to get taken down? Why can't you guys just be you? Why is your first reaction always the wrong reaction according to your teams? Because it's like they do something and right away it's like, oh, no, take that shit down, bro. You can't say that. Oh, you can't do that. You can't post that. What the fuck could you do?
There's a lot of PR vetting going on in there.
It's insane already, man. It's crazy to me, bro. I'm just being real. It's
Now, what is it if they can't come to an agreement? This thing goes to a purse bid.
Yes.
Now, why avoid the purse bid? Why don't you want it to go to purse bid?
I mean, if you're out, you're gonna have to give Terence 60% of the bid. So, maybe y'all can negotiate a better deal if you just go in there and it's like, look, give Porter this and, or I'll give Terence this. At the end of the day, if you can't negotiate with them, whoever wins, the champion gets 60%. But that's better for Porter. He gets 40%, whereas Bob only wanted to give him $1 million, and $1 million isn't 40% of the revenue. You know what I'm saying? So for PBC, it's better to go to purse bid because they know Bob is a bit of a, he's a little bit, tight in the negotiations. He ain't giving out no money. He made that clear, but I just want to screen share this so that you can see that this isn't BS, man. Like, we've been doing this, and look, the first Porter show was May 24th, 2017. The next Porter Crawford show was August 17th, 2017. Then it died out for 2 years. Straight died. So, like, it says right there, Porter withdraws from the fight with Crawford in August. So, I don't know. We've been talking about this for a while, and maybe that when Porter withdrew was probably when Porter fought, a Thurman or a Danny or something like that, which was obviously a little bit more of a recognized welterweight at the time. But
Yeah.
The fact that we've been talking about this for this long, thousands of views on this topic, 4 straight years on this topic and no fight, it's crazy.
You know, I wouldn't even get caught up in the length of time we've been talking about it. I would focus more on the seriousness throughout that duration. And I might be a little hazy on the timeline, but I do remember somewhere right before, or not before COVID, but somewhere during COVID, when it seemed like we might have a time frame to get fights back, the Crawford-Porter, gossip was out there, and it was big time, and it seemed like they were heading towards a fight. It really did. I'm pretty sure the fact that Pacquiao was still in the mix hurt the chances of that fight being made. And I'm pretty sure that Pacquiao going the Spence route helps the odds of this fight getting done. Terence Crawford, who is repeatedly called one of the best, if not the best pound for pound fighters in the world, even his supporters are starting to talk the same kind of talk his detractors have talked for years in terms of who he's fighting and if he's fighting, premier opponents. So I think all lends itself to the same idea that he might be feeling the pressure. Bob's certainly feeling the pressure after the bullshit he spoke. And Porter's just a guy who's willing to fight everybody. You know what? Porter's just so smart. He knows at the end of his career, he is going to be on a list that is very short in terms of who fought the names that he's already fought. If he never secures himself a Mayweather or Pacquiao fight, he will have done basically the next best thing in that division by attempting to beat all the names that came out of that division in his era. So Terence Crawford is one of the last guys on that chopping block, and it's a good ass fight.
Yeah, Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter's always been a good fight, but again, like you said when you first came in on it, man, it's like I don't know if it happens, is it WBO pressure enough to make this fight happen? And I just don't know if
there is, but this is what you gotta. This is where the conspiracy comes in. Did Al tell Porter to take it down because you don't want him showing excitement, because you don't want Bob trying to raise the purse bid, because Bob can bid. Bob can get hard on the negotiations, let the 30 days expire, and bid. He didn't win the TO bid, but it doesn't mean he didn't learn his lesson.
Yeah.
So it's. Go ahead.
I think on top of that idea, I think the other idea is that, they don't want to go any direction without having some sort of firm, concrete negotiations. And if they set it up in the media, because these guys were already a victim of this fight before, and I'm specifically talking about Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford was so close before his fight with Brook to landing a Porter fight and a Pacquiao fight, and close is relative, right? It's relative. We don't know exactly what close means in that sense, but it was close enough that they were options. So then once Brook's name was announced, because Porter seemed almost inevitable to a certain degree, and because Pacquiao and Thurman and all these big names were there, Brook was so much more of a letdown. It was a kind of what's that old saying? It was like a juke, or no, it was like he got him with the
okey doke.
With the okey doke, right? And they got us with that okey doke, and we didn't appreciate it. And fans were very, very upset at it. And it was really hard for that promotion to gain traction. So could be that, listen, don't put anything out until, because we don't want to let people down. We don't want people thinking that Shawn Porter's next fight is Terence Crawford and then ends up being somebody, outside the top 10.
Also, the conspiracy could be simply just that Porter realized, damn, I just gave everybody content. Let me snatch that content back. And now I'm hearing that he's got a special Porter Way podcast. So he's probably just going to regurgitate what he said in his tweet.
But yeah, good point.
Or we find out why he took down the tweet. we find out that, Al got another route for me. You know, they took too long. We wanted this fight. Y'all know we wanted this fight. But now Al got another route, because I could have sworn I heard Porter say he was going to be announcing his opponent on his podcast about a week ago. Now all of a sudden he's gone quiet. I don't know, but
how familiar how aware was he of WBO's plans?
No, according to his initial tweet, he said this came as a surprise, but I got a surprise for the TBV community, because you know we can't do no Crawford show without his motherfucking attorney showing up. Mike Gross, the boss. Mike Gross, the boss. What's going on?
Mike,
Gross,
Yo, why y'all slipping in there?
I've been peeped him. He's drinking his water, getting ready. He was getting ready, champ.
I was looking at the YouTube.
Might check out sound.
You good, bro?
You good. What's up?
Good.
How's everybody doing, man? Sorry I'm late, man. Shit. Oh, God. But Porter and Crawford, I mean, this pretty much what everybody wanted, right? Like, everybody been talking about it. Everybody been like, hey, bud, why not fight Shawn Porter? Now Shawn Porter has the opportunity to make that fight happen, because honestly, like, when you look at it, it's not on Bob Arum, it's not on Terence Crawford, it's on Shawn Porter to accept whatever percentage that the mandatory get. If Shawn Porter is willing to do that, I think we have a fight. But I don't know if Shawn Porter willing to do that, though. So I'll talk about it more, but what's going on, guys?
Mike, who do you think go ahead, Ness.
No, I was just going to say, Coppinger's tweet indicates that if they don't come to an agreement, in 30 days they go to purse bid, champion gets 60. So if I'm Shawn, I wanted to go to purse bid. I want 40%. I want 40, 60, 40. That's what Wilder Fury did. Like 60, 40 sounds decent. You know, he got the belt. I don't. I've been on a pay-per-view. Maybe they trying to get a little more because Shawn's been on pay-per-view. Maybe they trying to sit down with Bob and say, let's put this on pay-per-view. You know, before we go to purse bid, can't we make a deal where we could put this on pay-per-view? Let's try to maximize this. Why should we argue for 30 days when we can negotiate for 30 days? Put this on pay-per-view. Give the fight fans what they want.
I think the best shot, though, is the negotiations. I think if we see this fight, the best shot is going to be the negotiations. And the only reason why I say that is because we've seen in the last, 5 years, Top Rank and their strategy, their approach to purse bids. And this isn't all about Triller and what they did, but that's still another monkey wrench thrown into the equation. You know, what happened with Teofimo should have been kind of like an eye-opener to Bob. Like, you can't just shit on your best stars and then expect them to fight for peanuts. And not that millions are peanuts, but you get what I'm trying to say. So I do think that the best shot is for them to negotiate to everybody get what they want, as opposed to an all-out free-for-all purse bid where everybody's trying to bid for a fight. And again, what if that person that wins it gets in the same exact situation that we're in with Teofimo? We've seen what happened there. There's more than innuendo to suggest that, Bob's kind of pulling the strings.
Yeah, I don't know if negotiation is the best route. I'm just thinking of Shawn Porter, right? Shawn Porter in the past said $2 million was to fight Bud Crawford was an insult, and he wouldn't do it. So I'm thinking Bob Arum maybe win purse bid or whoever else. I'm not sure that Al Haymon is going to be able to or be willing to win that purse bid. He's done it for Wilder, got him a trilogy fight with Fury, done it for Earl Spence, got him the fight with Manny Pacquiao. Is Al Haymon willing to do it for Shawn Porter? I'm not convinced that he is.
Why? I think at this point, I'm sorry, Alex. I just want a little quick thing. I think at this point, Mike, this is Al's opportunity. He's like, damn, well, I got Ugas with the belt. I got Earl with the belt. This is our opportunity to put a little bait on the hook and see, can we get the WBO champion to bite? Not only that, it's an opportunity to get that belt before the contract expires. The contract expires. Now you got to pay out the wazoo for Crawford. He already had a $3.5 to $5 million guarantee. My man going to be out here like, yo, pay me. So Why not send one of your gladiators in there to try to rip that title from his ass?
Do you think the same level of confidence in Earl and Wilder that he has in Shawn Porter, especially looking at Shawn Porter's opponent? Do you think Al Haymon says, you know what, Shawn? I believe in you, dog. I believe you can beat Bud Crawford. You know what? I'm gonna put whatever money needs to be put up to win that purse bid. You think Al Haymon's gonna do that for Shawn Porter?
I don't think he gives a.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know that he needs to win it though.
Yeah, I don't think
Porter
he does
still
either.
gets 40%. But all you got to do is go to purse bid.
Yeah,
Porter
the
still
win
gets,
is what you get when you up that price. Like
Yeah.
the win comes from the money and maximizing the potential profit, the potential income. That's where his W comes. Like Porter's legacy is written in the stars. He's the man that fought them all and never ever got fucking demolished. So
and that's
it's
let me piggyback right there. That's another reason why I think Al will send him in. It's like, Mike, come on, man. Who else could Porter do a pay-per-view at this point? Everybody's tied up. Maybe he could do something if Earl wins the belt and now he beat Pacquiao, the legend, and they fuck it, let's run
way
it back.
down the line.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right now, today, in the next 90 days, this is the only pay-per-view for Porter. This the only. Nah, ain't
no Porter.
Yo, you reaching. You reaching. You gonna put
in-house?
Shawn Porter, Keith Thurman too?
But think about it. Think about it. When they was in their prime and had belts, they was on free TV. Now you're going to put them Keith off a 2-year layoff and Porter off a loss. You're going to put him on pay-per-view?
Normally would be, but because Canelo looks like it's going to go to Fox. Canelo looks like it's going to go to Fox, and because Spence and Pacquiao, my mic?
No, his. I don't know
because
if his is
Spence
on.
and Pacquiao look like it's going to go to. I mean, because we know that's going to be on pay-per-view, and because we know it looks like Canelo Plant is going to end up on Fox. I don't think they have the. I don't think that fight gets put on pay-per-view. I think it's already a bubble.
Bro, they can negotiate.
And they're going to take it out based on those
Bro, they
fights.
can negotiate for March. Just because you got 30 days to make a fight don't mean you got 30 days to fight. You got 30 days. You got 30 days to negotiate. So now we come to the WBO and say, look, we got an agreement. We looking at Las Vegas for this fight. Can we get an extension? That's it, bro. It's over. Like, remember, remember.
I agree with you. I'm talking about Porter Thurman. If Porter Thurman were to be
that'll never
fight,
be a
because they were
pay-per-view.
saying No, I'm just saying, like, that is the only pay-per-view, in my opinion, is Porter Crawford. Like, there's no other fight that Porter
Mike
gets
has
on
a point. I won't dismiss your point. Obviously, Thurman got 2 years off, and so did Ruiz. But Ruiz is a Mexican heavyweight champion. Like, that's something never heard of. He broke, the mold with that. He set the precedent.
Ariola was coming out with 2-year retirement, whatever. Like, if that pay-per-view can sell, you can't tell me that Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter could not sell.
I don't know. That's Mexicans. And guess what? Ariola had been in the ring.
It would sell for the
Ariola was
fan.
in with both Vlad and Vitaly and Thomas Adamick and Deontay Wilder and like Ariola's just known in the boxing world. He's just known.
It just wouldn't sell more than Shawn and Terence.
Ain't Shawn and
I agree.
And two guys in Earl and Paulie Malignaggi and Adrian Broner. Shawn Porter got a resume too. Like Ariola's not
no,
the
you're
big
right.
guy.
You're right that Porter got a resume, but he got a welterweight resume with not the same names that Ariola got. Ariola fought each champion, Vlad, Vitaly, Wilder, and it's a heavyweight, so casuals know him. Then he's a Mexican, which they don't get to be that big. Ariola's special. He was the first Andy before Andy. He just never made it.
2 questions. Prior to that pay-per-view, had Andy or Ariola did a pay-per-view?
No. Oh,
Guess who has?
Porter.
No, and
Crawford.
No. Porter and
Andy?
One time? Pacquiao?
Oh, Thurman. I don't see him off a 2-year layoff. He ain't listen, he got 300,000 followers on, like, he don't grab the attention. Look, they love him. They love him. I can't wait to go see him. I know my interviews got him that job with the motherfucking PBC, that press conference, because all the comments on Fight Hype was like, damn, this dude needs to be a commentator. This dude needs to be he got a life after boxing. That being said, that's where he's shining right now, commentating. I don't think he's ready for that tough fight.
The one thing I'd like to interject, though, is that it's going to be a very interesting process the next 30 days because the producer just made me realize something. You got Pacquiao Spence in August, correct? Then you have Canelo likely for September, and it's looking more and more likely that Fox is going to land that. In fact, I'm pretty sure they already have, and they're just waiting to make the announcement. Then you have October Fury Wilder and Tank. So then, like, what we're looking at November for this fight. You know, Dazn, after taking the Canelo fight from them, they're on their heels waiting to land something big, waiting for a purse bid like this. You know what I'm saying? And PBC's budget is probably stretched to the brim. I mean, you looking at a tire that's on 28s and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that thing is stretched. And if they are fighting this year, which I'm assuming they would be, like, they're just waiting. So I think it's going to be an interesting process. I think they got to get it done in negotiations because Al doesn't want this to be a situation either where it's this free-for-all that, you know, normally he would be able to soup up, but can't from a financial standpoint based on landing that big Canelo fight. I mean, we don't even know if he's getting paid yet.
Here's a bit of positivity. You know, we're automatically assuming it's not going to happen. We're automatically assuming it's going to go to purse bid. Maybe Shawn got the call to take that down because this fight is going to happen, right? A day ago or 2 days ago, Crawford just put out, like, I'll be back real soon with the shh emoji. Like, he might know. They might have told him already. Why? Again, he's the disgruntled employee or boss, whatever you want to call him. He's the one that's upset. They didn't get him the Pacquiao fight. There's a lot of texts floating around on the internet with his words saying, I'm never resigning you. I ain't going back. So, look, whether those are fabricated, whether he's not, the public believes he's not happy as a welterweight with Top Rank. So if now he posts, I'm coming soon, shh, and then the shh emoji is perfect for Porter. Because, you know, we always used to fight, you fighting somebody we not happy with. So it's like, shh, with the, I mean, I don't know.
Word. And let's remember that the WBO doesn't, you know, they are, for lack of a better word, in bed with, you know, Top Rank to a degree. I mean, that seems to be the belt that Top Rank always gets shots at. Seems to be, you know, the roster is, you know, completely correlates with, you know, WBO belts.
Let me interject,
that
bro.
Said,
we do got,
maybe they have some sort of insight, like you said, based off of that.
I do want to say we might have a guest on. Joseph Adorno is scheduled. There he goes. So we'll handle this. Mr. Adorno, how are you?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, we're doing well. We're doing well. Thank you for taking out the time this morning to come on to Boxing Voice Radio, man. We appreciate you not only getting up, but as a fighter, man. I really, I'm lucky enough to have gotten you spar. I've gotten to see you spar in East Hanover. I think I seen you there one time. Terrific's gym? You was with your dad?
Yeah, probably, but I don't even know like the gym names. I just be like in the car sleeping and just wake up for spar.
For sure, man. Well, I do appreciate that left hook, man. You are an undefeated top-ranked prospect, or are you considering yourself a contender at this point? Because you are piling up the wins.
Yeah, I think I'm at this point as in my career, I'm probably already a contender, or like a fight or two away from being a contender.
Yo, and just to give the proper introduction, Joseph Adorno signed with Top Rank, is 14-0-2 with 12 KOs. Okay, that's a 75% KO percentage. He is from New Jersey, but stays in Pennsylvania. His last date was 4/24 against Jermaine Ortiz, which ended in a majority draw.
That was an
24.
amazing fight, though.
Amazing fight. Amazing fight. Seriously.
Yes. Walk us through that, man. Did you expect that type of a fight from? Is it Jamie or Haymon?
Jermaine. I thought it was Jermaine.
It's Jermaine. What did I say?
Something like that. His name is something like that. I don't know.
Something
I don't
like
know
that.
his actual name yet. But now, I knew coming in it was gonna be a tough fight. 16-month layoff. We were supposed to fight. I was supposed to have 3 opponents. 2 of them didn't take the fight. One of them was for the NABO title. And 2 days before the fight, the guy called and pulled out the fight. Other guy was not the challenger. He challenged Mikey Garcia twice or something like that for the world title. Pulled out a week before the fight. And, we was trying to get a fight. So I'm just telling my team and stuff. I'm like, yo, I need a fight. It's been 16 months without a fight. As a prospect, you can't just lay back for 16 months without doing nothing. So the name came up. I said, I'm ready to fight anybody. I knew he was a tough fighter. He had 2 belts under his name. I don't know what the belts were or are. He's a great guy. Tough fighter. I seen the fight.
So, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get his thoughts since this morning we're talking yesterday's big news. WBO said that Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter will be ordered to fight for that WBO belt. Do you like that fight? Is that something you've been waiting for as a boxing fan? Because we noticed that as a podcast, we talked about that fight back in May of 2017. I never realized it's been 4 years since this fight's been cooking. Is this a fight you like?
To be honest, it's not a fight that I don't think the fans was asking for this fight. I think it's a fight that was ordered by the WBO, but I don't think guys were saying, "Oh, Shawn Porter should fight Crawford." You always hear Spence should fight Crawford or somebody or Manny, but you never hear Shawn Porter. And it's crazy because look, now they are talking about the fight, but I feel like Crawford gonna take him easy. I feel like it. It's just his range and his generalship inside the ring is just crazy.
But what about the fact that I like to say he never been in there with nobody like Porter. Porter's a dog.
But I feel like Porter never been there with somebody like Crawford.
Thurman's a pretty good boxer. Earl's a pretty good boxer.
But you can't. Come on. Crawford's mind compared to Thurman is way different.
Okay.
His game, bro, his range, his ring generalship is just crazy, bro.
But what about what Velasquez did? He ain't Porter.
He's not Porter, and what happened?
You ain't see that fight?
And what happened? I was there.
Yeah, Crawford won, but that's what I'm trying to say. If that guy, who isn't as accomplished, experienced, durable as Porter can do that, maybe.
But what did he do?
Oh, he dropped Crawford. You know that.
And you think Shawn Porter got that power? He don't got that.
And
I don't feel like Porter got that chin like that too.
Yeah, you're right. Broner put him down and Earl put him down with check left hooks, but that's orthodox.
Those some well landed hooks though.
Crawford is more of a killer
they were borderline.
And now imagine them pushing Crawford southpaw or orthodox.
So you saying Terence hit harder than Earl then?
I feel like he's more like a well-rounded boxer than everybody at 147 right now.
Damn.
But from the political side of it though, is this Crawford giving Porter the shot or Porter giving Crawford the shot? Because the narrative is that everybody wants Crawford to fight somebody from the PBC and he ain't got the opponent. So, but Crawford's pound for pound. So, how do you see it, champ?
I think we froze him. He froze.
Yeah, he got a call, I bet.
Mike, stop laughing over there. Mike, I ain't even got to defend him.
You get roasted. There he goes.
Oh, you back. The champ is back.
You got a call.
I want to ask him one question real quick.
Go ahead.
Seeing the media over the past year and a half, and seeing how Bob Arum been talking about Terence Crawford in the media, does that give you any kind of apprehension going forward dealing with Top Rank, knowing that if I become a big star one day, then I might have these kind of problems too?
But I think it happens with every company, to be honest. Because I seen Golden Boy talk about his guys. I seen Bob talk about his guys. I feel like as a fighter, you gotta understand that you're just, how you say that, like a money maker. You make them money. So if you're doing good and stuff, they're always gonna have you on the good side. If something bad happens, they either gonna talk about you. Because with me right now, my last 2 fights were just 2 draws. I know they're not happy with me. Even though they tell me, oh, yeah, nah, because my last fight, they all came up to me talking about, oh, you did good, was a tough guy, this and that. But I'm like, inside of me, I'm like, I know. Like, I'm not stupid. But, once you give a knockouts, they all want you. They all happy with you. Once something's off, they all start talking about you. So, you got to understand the game.
Let me ask you, at one point in Tank's career, he turned around, took to social media, and felt like Mayweather set him up by putting him in the Pedraza fight. Did you feel that way coming off a draw with Hector, and then they putting you right in there with an undefeated Ortiz? Or did you not look at it like, nah, they ain't setting me up. I could beat this guy. They think I could beat him too.
That's how I looked at it. My last 3 opponents that I was supposed to fight. That's how I looked at it. They want to test me to see if they let me go or they're going to keep me. So and I understand that, because if I was a promoter, I'd do the same thing. Because you got to look at it as business-wise. It's just not like back then, how it was back then. I was all about the money, about who you going to keep, who you going to... Look at that Elvis guy, bro. That Elvis guy, Elvis Rodriguez, was the top rank.
Crazy.
They cut him.
All it took was 1 L. And they cut him. That's it. Bye.
That's crazy.
They didn't wait a month for none of that. 2 days, I think 3 days.
Does that make you feel special? No, does that make you feel like, damn, maybe I do got a little favor with them? Because, that boy was... I'm Dominican, first of all. We was pumping him up. He was knocking dudes out. It is wrong what they did. You are right. But you look at you and you like, I'm here with 2 draws. They might like me a little bit more.
Nah, I look at it as an opponent. Who you fight. Who you was fighting.
So when you're in camp, though, that kind of mindset and thinking of it that way, does it help you to motivate you, or does it hinder, like, oh, fuck, my job's on the line? Like, how do you see it in camp?
Nah, it really do help you, because, like, boxing is like 75 or 80% mentally, bro. If you're right, stably mentally, bro, you're good. But if your mind is all over the place, trust me, your whole camp gonna go wrong. And I don't want to get into details, but it sounded like that would happen in my last camp. I wasn't fully there. You in the media and stuff, you always got to keep it
clean,
positive. You're not gonna go out there in the media before a fight and say, "Oh, nah, yeah, this and this is happening in camp."
My hand's hurting, or I got a fucking sword. Yeah, hell nah.
I was good all the way. Just not even hand. It was just stuff outside of camp that was going on with me. But I told the people from the top rank before the fight. I didn't say it to the media, and I'm not gonna say it to the media. Because it's just my personal things. But they know how I was, what was going on with me. And in that last fight, bro, in the first round, I got hit with a shot in the temple. I don't know how I fought. I didn't know how I finished the fight, bro. Like, I got hit with a shot in the temple, bro. I don't know how I finished the fight.
Damn.
Wow.
I got some questions here from the people. The first one comes from Coach Myers. He's in Connecticut. He says, who is your top 3 current pro fighters that you would never miss their fight? Mines are Spence, Canelo, and Tank. How about you?
Same ones. But I got Canelo first.
Okay.
Crawford, and then Spence for sure.
All right.
And then, of course, you're going to see my like anybody that's at from 130 to 140, I'm always watching their fights. Why? Because I could go down anytime and I could go up anytime and wait. Or just like they could come up from 130 to 135, or they could come down from 140 to 35. So I always got to keep on watching who's out there in those weights. So, I'm always watching those. But for sure, Canelo, Spence, and Crawford.
San Antonio, Texas, James Valdez says, Pacquiao versus Spence. Who wins and how?
I don't even know, bro. That shit's tough. This was tough. I like Spence, but yo, you never know with Pacquiao. You never know what he gonna do. He surprised Thurman.
He did. I picked Thurman. I didn't think he was gonna do
I
that,
picked
man.
him too. But I think if Thurman would have threw a little more punches, he could have probably won. But
Damn, yo, you want him to throw? Yo, I think he threw the most and landed the most right hands on Pacquiao ever. I don't think no
yeah,
one
but I'm
ever
saying
landed
like if
that
you would
many.
have picked it up a little bit earlier, he probably would have took the W.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a close fight.
Yo, that shit haunts him. Let me tell you. I talked to him. He hates that he lost that fight.
I got a question for him. Looking at 130 over at Top Rank, Shakur Stevenson, Jamil Herring, who you got?
I got Shakur. Just by, like I said once again, the ring generalship. That man, his distance inside the ring is just crazy, bro. If you watch all his fights, like his last fight, I know he didn't throw a lot. People was like talking down on him, but he was being, you know what I'm saying, curious. Like, you know, that guy, and they were saying that he has, but, you know, he was being curious and, you know, he did the job, you know. And, like, I feel with Herring, he's just going to probably outbox him.
How do you feel when fans call certain fighters boring?
I feel like they don't know the work we put in and all the sacrifices we do inside the gym. Not only inside the gym, in our life. Because, you know, it's like we got to stop doing, we don't live regular lives, you know. Like, we just can't wake up and go party and this and that. We got to wake up, go train, go back home, stay at home. You cannot go out, this and that, go to sleep early. And then you go perform bad this one fight, and now everybody talking down on you.
Yeah.
But when you just knocked out the guy last fight, everybody's in your team. Everybody loves you. You know, it's like basketball games, bro.
Is that mentally difficult?
Look at the Lakers. Lakers were supposed to win. What happened to them? Look at Brooklyn. What happened to them? Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Please don't bring up my Lakers, bro. Come on, man.
Why not?
It's a boxing show. Can we do?
I'm just saying, just like in every sport, you know, you have good days, you got bad days, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, so your division, you know, lightweight, but you know, obviously you're still young enough that, you know, move to 140 could happen one day. But give me your thoughts on Joseph Diaz coming into the division the way he did, and the performance that he gave against Javier Fortuna. Is he a real player in your division?
I don't think he is, to be honest. I think he wants David Haney next. And I think he should just go back to 130 and, you know, just make weight the right way. Because, you know, I know he was at 26 and jumped up to 30, and now he can't make 30.
So he says, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like he's just probably hire like a nutritionist or something, you know, just like I did now. Because now I used to be.
You got another call.
I went up to 35 and then I couldn't make 35. Like, how did that work?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But you know, styles make fights too.
That's a good point.
It all depends.
We got David Maldonado in New York City that says, "What's up, champ? Always respect to my fellow Philly Rican, cause I'm half New York and half Philly Rican myself. Question: what's your thoughts on the late great Hector Macho Camacho?"
I don't really know. I don't really know much about him, to be honest. I can't really speak on something I don't know.
For sure.
I don't want to say something and then it's wrong.
We got Steve in the UK that says, "Hey, champ, thanks for coming on the show. Which fight, politics aside, do you want right now? Do you want the champions at 135, or are you looking to take out a contender like a Luke Campbell, for example, to make a statement?" Thanks for coming on the show, Steve in the UK. Uh-oh.
Froze up a bit.
Uh-oh. You heard it, champ?
Yeah, you see me, I only see you.
Nah, I see you.
We see you.
All right, man. So yeah, first I'm looking for my next fight. I'm looking at not as a tune-up, but you know, I need something I can step over for sure. And then after that, I already talk to my team. Bring me whoever, ranked, belts, whatever it is. Just bring them on.
So you're gonna do?
So it don't matter who it is.
Top Rank will give you that tune-up on TV, or you gonna do that with your team off TV? Damn, his service is bad.
He back.
You back? Did you hear that question or no?
Yeah. I said I know it's gonna be on ESPN for sure.
Oh wow. Okay. Congrats. Well, listen, man, Joseph, man, please give out your social media. Those are the last questions. We do appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing you back in the ring, man. You know, keep checking people with that left hook. It's a beautiful one. I love it when you double it. But yeah, man, give out your social media.
On Instagram, on real Joseph Adorno, and on Facebook, Joseph Adorno. Twitter, I think it's _blessed hands. And, thank you guys for having me. Anytime, just hit my DM, and I'll be here.
We got you, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Hit us up as soon as you know the name of your opponent. As soon as you got the name and date, hit us up, and we're going to bring you right back, man. Thank you once again.
I got you for sure. Thank you for the support.
All right. So real quick, before we get back into the main topic, I just want to get a cheap little plug here. Where are we with that?
Call them.
I think I gotta upload it. I gotta have to upload it one more time. So just want to go ahead and announce that the showdown in A-Town is taking place with TBV doing the commentary, and we will be in the building August 14th for our biggest commentary job yet. So we're looking for your support to spread the word. We're gonna be not only doing the commentary for Lorenzo Truck Simpson and Ken Porter's fighter Hendry Martinez and DHP's own Darren the Gift Cunningham, but those fights will be streamed right here to the YouTube channel. So tell a friend to tell a friend, man. This is our first time streaming fights straight live. They're absolutely free, so you gotta be happy. I took PBC spot. Free boxing for all. So yeah, man, join us. August 14th is going down. We're excited. I can't even believe. I mean, we got to call Quactavius's cash card last week, and he's fought on the Contender. He's been on television. But now to get the prospect of Ken Porter, Dominican on de lo mío. Yes! I'm fucking excited. I'm so happy, just blessed. Truck, I mean, who doesn't talk about Truck? So, I just hope that so many eyeballs get to the channel. You have to know that you can watch these fights right here. You can't watch them anywhere else. This card is only going to be seen right here. So tell a friend to tell a friend, you gotta come, or it ain't gonna be no fun. That being said, we're back to the main topic, and Mike finally conceded that Crawford is afraid.
Honestly, real quick, Joseph Adorno, I think he should at least fight one of those guys that he had a draw with. I don't think he should go and try to fight somebody else, but should have.
I think he needs that tune-up though, man. I mean, look, you got hit hard in the temple like that. You wanna see how much effect that took on you, man. He said that he fought that.
The guy before last, he got a draw with too.
But he got a split decision, and then he got a majority draw. So
I think Ortiz is the fight though.
How much pressure,
But I hear what Mike is saying, right? Like Hector Garcia Montes, he's got 16 wins, 7 losses, 4 draws. So that is a tune-up. But I also hear what Joseph and his team is saying is I get you. That fight wasn't supposed to look the way that it did, but it did. I need a tune-up right now to get my mind right. I heard him. He said I need something that I'm for sure gonna walk through. So it's a confidence thing, man. It's a confidence thing.
Yeah. If that's the way you look at it, I could see it from that perspective. But for me, I think if he is going to come back and fight one of those guys, I think it should be Ortiz. Get somebody even safer than your first draw. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you really want, you want somebody that you got to guarantee win and build that confidence, which I 100% understand. That's a necessary thing that doesn't happen in boxing. People don't get that. People always talk about, oh man, he's fighting the scrub or whatever. You got to have some sort of soft touch in between the gauntlet of massacres. You know what I'm saying? Like a murderer's row of fighters, because in baseball, you can get set down to AAA and get your confidence back. In basketball, they got the rookie league. In the NFL, well, really nothing. You just going into the NFL, but
XFL.
XFL. There you go, Canadian League. And so what I'm saying,
like the military with his acronyms.
Word, right?
Yeah. Look, it's whatever happened to the days where if you gave a good fight between two fighters, you actually thank them for it. It's crazy. He's had a whole bunch of TKOs, KOs, and it's you get into a fight, and I remember the days when it was a fight. It was something to admire, you know. And it sold tickets. I mean, you're entertaining the crowd. So I wonder how much pressure it is on these guys. You know, Edgar Berlanga was under the same pressure, you know, until he pushed past his KO streak and
he ain't getting no draw though. That's what I'm saying. Like Edgar he ain't getting no draw. Joseph did. To me, he needs to go back and fight one of those guys. The guy who's 16-7. If you can't tune up with that guy, who you gonna tune up with? You want somebody who 20-20?
So give the tune up a second chance.
Let me get to a few of these super chats. We got Gentlemen's Driving Club taking shots at Austin in Hobbs, New Mexico. He says no one knows this kid Austin or his brother. He needs to shut the F up and respect his elders. And learn what an uppercut bag is. Laughing out loud. That's because of yesterday's show. Austin's brother is fighting Rel, and somehow, you know, they made it seem like if Austin's brother gets an upset over Rel, he deserves a shot at Shawn. And obviously, you know, Austin took a shot at his opponent. Like, yo, he was hitting that funny ass looking bag on the wall. And I'm like, bro, that's an uppercut bag. What are you talking about? He's like, yo, I never seen one of those before.
They used to see that teardrop bag. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what he said. That they used the aqua bag.
So that's the old school. That's the Shannon Briggs uppercut bag right there.
We got another super chat from A Zap Sam, who says, you think Bud had the WBO order the fight? ? Thinking emoji. What do y'all think?
No, not at all. I don't think that happened at all. I don't think you can demand.
Said, hey, man, put the pressure on.
No, whoa. You guys are laughing, but you forget that he did have Kavaliauskas called early. Remember? It wasn't a mandatory. He did it. And don't forget that so did Plant. So he could get his mandatory.
He didn't select Kavaliauskas. He selected
you just
fight to be called early.
No, you just asked them to give you your mandatory, and they got to go down the line.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing Plant did. Okay. I misunderstood then. I thought he was saying, did Bud request Porter be called as opposed to having the decision
You know
be
what's
called.
funny,
you know
though?
So I get that.
You know what's funny in that statement is you're right. Like, how is it Porter? I thought Ortiz was there. I guess he got passed over because he's got to fight with Kavaliauskas, right? Because wasn't he number one?
Yeah.
He was tied up already.
Yeah,
right.
so
y'all playing like y'all don't know what happened, man. Come on, man. Y'all know Bob called to WBO that, hey, man, we need Shawn Porter for the mandatory. Bob needs a big fight for Terence Crawford, but Bob don't want to pay. So if Bob don't want to pay, how can Bob get a big fight for Bud?
I got one for you.
That's horrible.
If you feel that, right, and I'll walk down that street with you. Why wouldn't Bob say, hey, Paco, Virgil's number one, but we know he's busy with Kavaliauskas. I need you to skip the non-popular, only 275,000 pay-per-views in Porter. Give me that Mexican. Yeah, number 3. What you mean? Oh, you don't? Yeah, Garcia, Mikey, the big pay-per-view draw, the Mexican, the green print. The Mexicano across from the black fighter. That's the recipe we need. Okay, Paco? And Paco's going to come back to you with Porter? Nah, man. Listen, if Bob wanted a big fight like you say, it would have been number 3, Mikey.
By the way, there's no... Go ahead, Mike.
Bob knows he can't make Mikey do anything. Mikey just got $7 million. Purse bid don't mean nothing to Mikey Garcia. Mikey getting $7 million to fight Jesse Vargas. Porter not getting that.
Yo, where's the spoon? You got it. If you call Mikey, now you got DAZN overbidding. Your champion still gets $60 million. Remember, DAZN still got last right match offer on Mikey. They go into a purse bid situation. Eddie already shown he ain't Bob's true friend. He bid 2 times what Bob bid on Tio. Why the fuck won't he bid on Mikey versus Crawford? DAZN would get 1 million subscribers American.
So, but okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah, you're right.
No comment.
Nah,
I think though, and here's the other part of it though. Like, if you're Bob, there's no guarantee. Like, you're giving Bud Porter the best opportunity to happen, but there's no guarantee that it does happen. I mean, how many times have we seen sanctioning bodies come in and give a PBC fighter a fight only to have Al give a more financially, better route?
Very
you know
true.
what I'm saying? Like, and so there's no guarantee there.
Very good point. You're right.
And that's why Porter probably deleted his post last night.
That's what
You're exactly right.
But hold on. So who are you insinuating? Wait, Mario, you started with an insinuation and you said that Al would just give his fighter a better fight, right?
Sure.
Now, Mike, you jumped in and said, well, that's probably why the post deleted. So did Porter delete it, or did Al call Porter to have it deleted because he's got another plan?
I don't know if Al called him, somebody called him, because you don't post that. Say, I'm ready for the best versus the best. I don't know. Matter of fact, let me read it, because I got this motherfucker.
Yeah, everybody took a picture of that motherfucker. I got one too.
I know, for real.
Yo, he had to change the heart.
That's why I don't know why he even deleted it. We all got pictures of that shit.
Yo, maybe he ain't like the post pic. I don't know.
It's like
Not
an
something
uncosign.
I was expecting, but I always stay ready to give the fans what they want. Clock starts now. So you telling everybody, don't say you want to fight, you ready for it, but then 5-10 minutes later it's gone. Somebody had to make a phone call. Somebody had to say, hey man, that's not the route that we're going down right now. My opinion. I don't know.
I'm just glad.
He hashtag Crawford? Didn't he hashtag Porter Crawford in there too?
Yeah, I got it. I'm
Right?
screen sharing it. I'm screen sharing
Oh,
it.
my
I'm
bad.
just glad that Mike sees that and understands that when things disappear, it's because someone called. So now it says here, not something I was expecting, but I always stay ready to give the fans what they want. Clock starts now. Clock is representing that 30-day countdown that WBO gave. And then look what he put. So he wants this fight. Something is here. People say I'm a conspiracy theorist. This is why. Hashtag the best fighting the best. So you want this. Hashtag the Porter way. So you want this. Hashtag Crawford-Porter. So you understand you the B-side. You not out here trying to ruffle the feathers. He understand. He ain't put Porter Crawford. He ain't trying to make a line in the sand. He ain't trying to fight a negotiation. No, Daddy, this is your show. Crawford versus Porter. But he put it Showtime because he going to show you dudes. All you dudes that keep not picking him. All you dudes thinking he's sweet. He going to show you dudes. And I put right there, already deleted, because it was already gone. The minute they sent it to me, that shit was already gone. I had to screenshot my text. I'm telling you, they work fast out here. They work fast. You got to walk that line, not outside that line.
So seeing that the WBO mandated this fight, how confident are you guys that we get this fight?
I'm not. After realizing that we've been talking about this shit since 2014 of May, I'm not. I think every conspiracy we talking, I think that it might not happen. I think that same thing Mario said, Al might offer Porter a better fight. Bob might, lowball bid, and so does, or Al doesn't even bid. He don't send nobody. I just, it's been so long, man. 4 years of a fight that we wasn't even asking for. So that's the thing.
But
why would they do it?
But on his IG, his 2 days ago, the post says, "I'll be back real soon." So
that's what I said. That's the piece of positivity that maybe he knew this was coming. And remember, when we think Porter Crawford, the biggest tagline attached to that is, "Oh, we gotta call each other, man. That's my friend. We gotta get on the phone." Maybe they did. Why else would Crawford be the one saying, "Shh, I'm coming"? Maybe he already talked to Porter. Maybe that's another reason why Porter took it down. Like, yo, he got the call from Crawford. Like, we doing this, man. Let's do this. Even though I don't get what's wrong with that tweet. But there's nothing wrong with that. He's promoting. So to take it down is like an oxymoron. It's exactly backwards of what we want. Taking it down is what's really scaring me, that we won't get the fight. Because if you did get the call from Crawford, and y'all came out to some conclusion, why take it down? Let us retweet that shit. Let us all make, oh my God, he wants it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this backward ass promoting that they be doing in boxing, man. It's really sad.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's zero disrespect in that tweet. There's no kind of slight or nothing, and no shade thrown, no nothing. It just, all right, man, they did something. I want to fight. I got no problem with fighting Terence Crawford. I just don't know why you go back and 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, you delete it. The Porter Way podcast, I mean, that could tell people, hey, man, I'm talking about it tomorrow on my show, so I'm here for it. But I just don't get why you delete that tweet unless Mario said, Al Haymon got something bigger and better for you. Maybe that's Mikey Garcia. Maybe that's Ugas. Maybe that's Thurman. Maybe that's somebody.
Damn, bro. The minute you said Mikey, the minute you said Mikey, like I automatically just was like, man, I can't get mad at. I promise you, I was like, it's just a bigger fight. That's why I don't understand why wouldn't Crawford and Al, I mean Bob tried to get to Mikey at number 3. It's just a bigger fight. And if you Shawn, this how Al convinces you. Let me come back. I was about to go to the next super chat. Let me come back. This how I convince you if you Porter and I want you to fight Mikey. Bruh, he just fought Earl. Don't you want the rematch with Earl? Like, that's how you do it. You beat him better than Earl, and we can sell the rematch on pay-per-view. We out the huddle. It's time to go to the field and play.
That's a good ass point. You're absolutely right. And you know, real quick,
even though the Crawford point is there, the Crawford point is there. Like he can counter Al and say, look, but if I fight Crawford, I'm in the mix for undisputed because I got the belt. If I fight Mikey, I'm just a name. I fight Crawford, I'm in the mix for undisputed. I got the belt. Earl got to see me. Ugas got to see me.
Sure. I don't know how much that does at this point in his career, like where he's at legacy wise. And you know, I mean, I'm not that man, so I can't say, but I will say this. The needle has moved. Like we see Crawford-Porter, like for everything that anybody wants to say, you know, even Adorno said it, like this is not the fight we were calling for. This isn't the fight we were saying. We were saying Spence, Crawford, but this fight moves the needle. You know, we have over 600 people listening. You know what I'm saying? You see all the retweets and you know, phase on Twitter and stuff. This has moved the needle. So the hype is there. I think it's just a matter of some of the people who are pessimistic about it, you know. And speaking of likes, there are 173 of them right now. Do us a favor and hit that like button right now. Get them likes up. Also, make sure you go to YouTube and hit up Mike on Sports. If you're not already subscribed, you will full subscribe now. And it's at Gross2312 on Twitter. I'm right? Yeah.
Man,
I just switched that thing.
Mike.
Shinobi. Yo, and shout out to Milwaukee. We're going to be there in September, and they won the title last night. So, wait, last night? No, 2 nights ago. Yeah, I was asleep all day yesterday, so I forgot what days or what.
Yeah, super chatty. Let's get back to the super chat.
I got super chat from KDDR, keeping it in order. We got him saying, I call BS on the whole PBC freelance welterweight division. They are free and bosses, yet they have to delete their own tweets and censor themselves and be checked for better of 3+ years. But Bud... No, excuse me. 3+ years. Bud was never shown as a champ, and Al been all this. So Al been
stopping all this.
For time. All this time because he put a stop sign and a time clock emoji.
They get cryptic. It's the new hieroglyphics.
I know. We in a cave right now.
Bama Bo's next on the super chat.
Shout
out to you.
You sure? You sure?
Salute, Mike. I heard Porter shut the podcast down and left the country.
Damn. Yo, and this is why Porter need this fight, because people think he's scared. He can't let Al change his mind.
Let's be real, though. If Porter don't take the fight, is there any validity to these guys just don't want to fight Terence Crawford?
I mean, again, not if you telling me you fighting Mikey, bro. I'm not mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
The challenge to fight, like, how many people believe Mikey gonna go in there and beat Shawn Porter, though?
But that's even better for Porter, you see? So it's like Al really threw me a bone. He gave me a big name that he know I could beat. Chicka, chicka, yeah.
I'm wishing on a star.
That is Porter wishing he'd get that Mikey fight. I ain't gonna lie.
The money probably there for the Mikey fight, but I honestly believe the Porter and Bud fight, I believe that it does better than Porter and Spence.
I mean, maybe because we've been dying for that opponent. It's like when Triple G fought Gennady, fought Lemieux, and then he fought someone else, or Jacobs, and then he fought Canelo. It was like poof, it blew up right there.
Yeah, that's who Shawn represents. That guy that if you're able to beat him, and if you're able to beat him,
say he's a gatekeeper. He holds the keys to the title. That's
one
like if you beat him, if you get this PBC fight, he a gatekeeper. Listen, if you beat this is a legit term for Shawn. If you beat him, let's say Boots beats him, he gets a title shot. Let's say, that's what the gatekeeper is. He holds the keys to that title.
I ain't laughing at that. I'm laughing at doing. He said, man, that's a strong gate.
Oh, yeah, it is. Because, he's a tough-ass fight. But again, the Crawford fans seem to think he gonna pick him apart because he's more sloppy. He's a little sloppy. But we got Sarcasm, $5 super chat. He says, just like the old days with Mike. That's right. The boss is back. Who we got? We got Carlito in the UK.
Says, congratulations, Ness, Doomy, and Mario. It's great watching y'all grow. Welcome back, Big Mike. Large up the TBV familia.
Yes, sir. Who we got next? Javier Caputillo. Yo, shout out to Javier. Luke Santamaria is going to be taking on his first two-time champion, Devin Alexander. Southpaw. Is that Southpaw versus Southpaw? Anybody remember?
That's still champ. You feel me?
Is Luke a Southpaw? Nobody remembers. So. But he beat Michael Fox. I always fuck up his name. It's still pronounced Michael, even though it's spelled different. But he did suffer that loss to Paul Crow. Paul Crow's this is an all welterweight fight. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know about that August card? It's gonna be Devin and Lucas Santamaria. Devin Alexander's back versus Luke Santamaria. Then you got Paul Crow. Let me look that up. I fucked it up. We're going to go to the super chat. Go ahead. It's Javier's. Let's go to Javier's.
Javier Capetillo. Shout out to Javier, man. He says, Mike, triple fire emoji. All the boys. Good to see all you guys in the same show. Thumbs up emoji. Hope this fight happens. As a fan, I really like it. Thumbs up. Big shout out to Javier Capetillo. Cheers.
Yeah, let me look up that card. Who's the next one from?
Joseph Supermax. He says, here's $5. Just got it. Feeling like good old tuned in with this particular panel. Great show, fellas. Cheer. Word is born. Mike Cross, the boss in the building. You got Koth, who says, or C8 Oth. Shit, fire. Save matches. Happy to y'all on the screen together. Happy to see y'all on the screen together. Well, shout out to you, Koth. I hope I'm not massacring that. Damn, you know what the rule is? If it rings on air, you answer on air.
Hey, one thing that I do want to bring up, Shawn Porter was on Barack show like last year or earlier this year sometime, and he told them that he needed the Terence Crawford fight for his legacy. He needed it for his career. And with that being said, like if he feels that way, then he should tell Al, like, man, I know Mikey may be the guy or Ugas or whatever, but I want that guy. I want that guy to go get that belt from him and bring it back to PBC, sort of like Brian Castano did. Like he should be inspired by Brian Castano was what he did against Textera and came back and did against Charlo, which I thought Castano won. But with that being said, like he should actually try to pursue that fight more so than any other fight that being offered to him, in my opinion.
It is a better fight. It's a career-defining fight. He can steal the boogeyman. You steal the boogeyman. Like, it's just that simple. People got Crawford as this dude that everyone is afraid of, or if you don't think people are afraid of him, you still think he's the most skilled fighter. So it's like,
so you saying he gets a chance to slay the boogeyman, or he becomes the boogeyman?
No, you steal that option off the board. If someone else,
got it.
Because there's three different things out there. Crawford's a feared fighter. Crawford's a pound for pound fighter. Crawford's never fought anybody. So, you know, it's the hype, the myth, the legend. Which one is it? Go ahead and find out first before someone, other elite fighter does it before you. That's all I'm saying.
And by beating Crawford, that pretty much ensures you the fight that you really want the most, the Earl Spence rematch.
Undisputed as well. Like, it's like I said, the Mikey's the bigger fight. Maybe they could sensationalize it to him, but this is the fight that leads to legacy and undisputed. It leads, to the very least, if Al, you know, is like, Dan, you won that fight. Yo, go ahead and do the Ugas rematch for unification. Finally, you get to become a unified champ. Shawn's never been a unified champ. Go do that rematch. You already familiar with him. We build up the Earl fight a little more. Boom, undisputed. But you got to go get that belt from Crawford, man.
Is Mikey the bigger fight, though? Mikey, I know he's Mexican-American, but not really a real 147-pounder. Haven't seen him in there really just go in there and be a elite 147-pounder.
I mean, cool. He beat the hell out of August, though.
I feel like that's two questions.
The way he did
he's talking about elite, but
no, but that is. But listen, but Jesse may not be elite, but Jesse has been beat by elites, and the other people that beat Jesse, they ain't do it like that, man. They ain't do it like that.
But the way you put that is like, yeah, no, it was a good fight. But the way you put that is like two different questions. To say that, is Mikey the bigger fight? I would say yes. Talking financials, talking about potential for gate and overall revenue. Is Mikey the bigger or better fight? Let's say that for in terms of legacy and resume. No, I agree with you on that. I think he hasn't done enough at that weight class. And I think that, you know, Porter's proven to be what he is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that when it comes to like pound for pound or, you know, who's the best and, you know, in terms of legacy, Porter would be the bigger win or better win. But in terms of money and dollars, I think Mikey probably outdoes it.
Counter real quick, we got a few counter punches. First one from Dom in Seattle. What up?
Dom.
Yo, wait the hell on. Yo, what's good?
What up?
What's up, Mike? Hey, Bud coming to PBC and you coming back to TBV. It's all good in the hood. I think this Porter thing is cool if it's a fight, but when it comes to money, it ain't cool. We all know Daddy Porter ain't gonna be cool with the bare minimum. But if it comes to a real fight, I would like to see it. But to the money, we ain't gonna see it. That's my call.
I agree with Don. I don't know how happy Team Porter is or willing to be getting that bare minimum. Maybe they do a deal like Frank Warren had with Billy Joe Saunders when he fought. Well, when he was about to fight Demetrius Andre, you take that split, but I still got something on the back end for you. So I don't know if they can do it like that. Al, tell Porter, take that split, and I'll pay you a little money on the back end just to get that belt.
That's why if we could come to the table, right? We got 30 days to negotiate. So, all right, Bob wants to give. Let's say he's a jerk. He don't want to move on that million. So he's like, look, we're giving Crawford mandatory 3. We're gonna give you $1 million, but we'll give you 50% of the proceeds. The way that PBC gives Charlo. Look at it. Even Erickson got some on the undercard. So it's like, be generous. Let me make my money off the back. Let me put it on my social media. Let me say it on my podcast because I know I'm making back end money. You can't say Al gonna pay him. If the fight is gonna be on ESPN, it's up to Bob to pay him. So if Bob want him to take a mandatory minimum up front that's small, you gotta pay him on the back end.
You think Bob gonna pay him on the back end if there's no pay-per-view? Hell no.
No, if there's
but if there's no pay-per-view, there's no way to do the back end.
I called him Crawford. I called you Crawford. But Mike, why you even putting that out there? Why wouldn't Bob put this on pay-per-view?
I'm not saying that he wouldn't. Like if the fight happens, it should be on pay-per-view.
All right.
But you brought up Charlo and somebody else, and that fight was not pay-per-view.
Of course it was. How you gonna get back in? How you gonna get
Oh,
back in?
They
all.
I thought you said somebody else.
They all. No, I did. I said Rosario and them got back in too. Everybody did.
But that was the same card.
Okay, you're the same card. You're right.
Yeah, but everybody did. That's what you do. You offer that to your people. You say, "Yo, go out there and promote this motherfucker. I'm gonna give you some back end money."
I just feel like because of how close WBO is affiliated and associated with Top Rank, because Shawn seems to understand exactly what it is and the process that's about in front of him, I feel like to a certain degree this is a setup. And I don't mean setup in like a bad way, like they're setting someone up. I mean like they're aligning the stars for this to happen. And maybe that's the optimism. Is that the word? Optimism? Yeah. Maybe it's the optimism, overly optimistic on my part, but this feels different than the other times when this fight almost came to fruition. This feels different, and there's more parties involved that seem to be heading towards that direction.
I got 2 counter punches from J. Will in Ohio. Are you available?
J. Will.
J. Will.
Yeah.
You here?
Yeah, I'm available. What's up, Mike, man? What's up, everybody, man? Yo, man, I've been putting my hands on Ness a lot lately, debating and shit. So, Mike, I think I welcome you back by, debating you real quick. That's why I hit 2 CPs, man. But, yo, I like the way you set the premise that, or you set the narrative that Shawn needs to go to Al and say this and that. We just discussed, like right before I got on the phone, pretty much if we agree that we going with the 1 million that Bob gave him, it's like, why isn't Terence the one needs to go to Bob and say, look, I'm willing to take a pay cut. I'm willing to do whatever. Even if he can't promise nothing on the back end, then it's up to Terence to do something. Because obviously the equation is wrong for Shawn to only get 1 million. And then, Terence get whatever he gets. That's not going to, nobody would ever agree to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much you want your legacy to be, whatever. So why isn't the premise that if Bob is not going to budge, why doesn't Terence make Bob do something? Why ain't that the premise?
I don't think Terence should take money out of his mouth to make sure that Shawn Porter get what he's supposed to get. You get what you negotiate. Shawn Porter got a great advisor in Al Haymon. See what Al Haymon was able to do for Wilder and Earl Spence Jr. Why can't Al try to do the same thing for
let me counter by saying this. Do you think 1 million for a 2-time former welterweight champion is fair market value for Shawn Porter? Do you think that's fair market value? Yes or no?
I think that's fair market value. I mean, depends on it. Really depends, man. I think Shawn should get more than 1 million, but Bob is not willing to budge on that. And Porter don't have a belt. His biggest payday, from what was reported, I know everybody back in all this shit. From what was reported from Earl Spence Jr., he got $2 million with a belt. So you want him to get $3 million with no belt? That's kind of hard to ask.
We got some super chats.
Shinobi.
What's up, brother?
For the super chats.
Alrighty then. Looks like we are going to ESO, right?
That's right.
ESO.
Eso Akun says only way to pay Ruiz after making that type of money with AJ in the rematch is by going on pay-per-view. Plus, they are grooming him for Wilder fight.
There you go. Next up, I mean, I agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think they were just testing the market. He created history. He's the first one in the books. It's him. You guys, you don't get that, and that's why the pay-per-view happened, and that's why it wasn't a bad thing. And if it was, they wouldn't have announced that he's back in September.
I think you're right too, but I think Akuni's right also. You can't make $13 million to come back and make 1.5.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no way.
Do that.
Even though I think that you should, if you fighting Ruiz, but I get them. They rolled the dice. All right, look, we'll pay you this up front, see what you do on the back end. Show your worth. Show your worth. If you as good as you say you is, you gonna make the money you want to make. We got Sway in the building. New York City says,
good show, fellas. Gonna help me get through this flight to Puerto Rico.
Damn, everybody going to Puerto Rico. Yo, shout out to Ak and Barack. Ak just came back. He took his son over there. Everybody's over there. Fighters are over there. Fudge.
Going on over there?
BBL's going on.
All right. Well, he's hit us with the triple fire emoji.
They doing Brazilian butt lifts in Puerto Rico, BBLs?
they like DR somewhere. They
catching a ferry. They going to PR and catching a ferry to DR for the BBL, Mike said.
They doing hip thrust.
Airport line like full of women in wheelchairs. Airport line full of women in wheelchairs, like who just had the fucking Brazilian butt lift.
Man. Yo, we got No G and Dallas.
Hold on. He wasn't finished reading his. He hit us with the triple fire emoji. Says Porter Thurman 2 was the rumor prior to this WBO stuff. Bud versus Porter, fire emoji.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of rumors. Thurman was rumored to be in the Ugas fight. Jamal James was rumored to be in a Boots Ennis fight. Then Porter was rumored to be in a Jamal James fight. Berto has been rumored to be back in the PBC welterweight division. He's ranked at number 10, which is not a rumor. So, there's a lot of rumors. It's time to make one of these things that we threw against the wall actually stick.
He ranked at number 10 where?
Say what?
He ranked number 10 where?
WBA. You ain't know that?
Come on.
WBA
hey, Mike, you ain't been here for a minute. Let me tell you what I'm thinking, though. Check this out, Mike. This is what I'm thinking, and I'm going to keep talking it into existence. People mad at me, too. They don't like this, and maybe you ain't going to like this, right? But look, my best friend, Leonard Ellaby, the best promoter in the world, and I got to say that because I didn't know. When he was out here saying Tank the biggest fight from 130 to 1, I was like, this dude's crazy. And it's like, damn, bro, you was actually a fucking truth teller. You were Miss Cleo, you know what I'm saying? So now he went out there and he said, and he said, I quote, Tank could be in a big fight on pay-per-view at 147. So I said to myself, who the fuck is he going to fight? Earl got Pacquiao. Crawford's across the street. His promoter just said we doing everything in-house. Oh, shit, what the fuck is Berto doing on the rankings? He been on retirement for 4 years. Who else is 5'6" in the welterweight division?
There's only one dude that Tank needs to fight, and it's not Berto. Not Berto at all.
Berto in Atlanta with Tank is going to be a movie.
Man, Tank.
I'm never missing a Tank fight in Atlanta.
Mikey Garcia.
Say it again.
No, that's a big fight, and you know.
Oh yeah, that's a
movie. And I see Mikey.
Berto is a good short film.
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia and Javante. That's a goddamn saga. That's a Godfather type.
For sure.
There.
And
I
for
think that
Tank,
he's so powerful though. Like you got to think about it as like a superhero movie, right? It's like versus Berto. You know what I'm saying? You talk about like Thor 2 or some shit, or like the second event. Like, but if it's a Mikey fight, I mean, you talking Thanos snap shit. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? So I think that it's about Tank more than anything. And I'll be honest, I think to this point, the B-sides don't matter in terms of successful business. They only matter in terms of how much more successful they can be.
So I love the Mikey fight, but you got that match right offer that he owes Dazn. You know, there's the rumored Mikey Regis. Regis out here posting. Did you see that, Mike? Regis posted, you know, that he fighting Mikey and a date to be announced. So, like, is it Mikey or is it Berto who magically appeared? Because, you know, Ellerby said a 147. Yeah, Mikey has fought at 147, so it could be him. And I agree with Mike. It's the bigger fight. It might be the safer fight because Berto's always been a puncher. He's always been at 47, and the last thing to go is power. He might sit Tank ass down. He might lose, but he might get sat down. Mikey started at 126 with Tank. So it's like, bruh, you know, your body looks good when you go to 140. Mikey's looks like he's, you know, washing cars out there with his body like that.
The only reason I disagree is because so much of Berto's strengths and ability are based off of, like if he's too old at this point, or if he's gotten too old, then his ability to catch Tank like that diminishes. Mikey Garcia is a very well-balanced fighter, and he's not far removed from his prime at all. This isn't an old guy. This isn't a guy that's war-torn. We're talking about a dude who, in my opinion, moved up to take an L.
I just don't think that Tank gives him that fight because Tank is with Mayweather, and they don't give people fights that try to play them out. And Mikey's played out Tank. I'm going to just let y'all know.
BoxingVoice.com. 4 division world champion Mikey Garcia.
That boy's like fucking 39, 40 years old.
DiBiase Productions.
2 division world champion Jesse Vargas.
Honestly, well, who has he fought?
Guerrero v. Guerrero is a great fight.
Tank hasn't been fighting anything.
In an all-action Mexican fight.
Understand that these quotes are Mikey saying Gamboa's 39 years old when he was fighting Tank. It's Mikey saying, who the fuck has he fought talking about Tank? It's Mikey saying Tank hasn't fought anybody. This is his words in case the Dollar DiBiase copyright-free produced beat is hindering you from understanding that Mikey's been taking shots, and I'm not gonna further play it. Like, you should have known this by now. I just want to say that they didn't give Tevin a shot. Tevin was disrespectful and he had no power. So you could have checked the little black box, the little box that says Slick Black Fighter. You could have checked it and did a pay-per-view, but you didn't. So Gary is small and he be talking crazy about you and you didn't. So I just don't get that you about to jump in there with this dude who's knocking out welterweights. He's putting them down. This is a real fucking fight. Oh, Mike, you laughing? Mikey ain't a real fight?
Dude said he's knocking out welterweights.
Yo, he ain't knocked Vargas around in your
I don't
opinion.
think Mike gives Jesse Vargas much merit.
He's knocking him down. He put him down. And Vargas gave him a
down twice. He put him down twice.
Did he stop him?
2 times is enough.
Thomas Delorme dropped Jesse Vargas.
1 time. He a 2-time dropper of Jesse Vargas. Did Bradley drop Vargas? Did Pacquiao? This is what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think Bradley
he beat Jesse better than almost anybody. You could call it a tough fight, but he put hands on Jesse.
Listen, Jesse's never been stopped for everything you could say about him getting put down. Like, the merit of a fighter, of a tough fighter, is his ability to withstand. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to look at Provodnikov and Bradley and say, oh, man, they pussies for going down. Like, them men finished that fight. You know what I'm saying? So Jesse Vargas, that's the same kind of merit you can give him despite being down, despite losing 3 times. Never been stopped, and he's fought some dudes that could crack.
Let me go to No G in Dallas with his super chat. Do me.
Yeah. Noah G. Dallas says, stop the cap. Thurman versus Porter is not a pay-per-view.
Thank you.
We as boxing fans know those names, but not enough. Casuals will not buy that. We just had Charlo for free.
Thank you. Intrigue the Incredible in Atlanta. Shout out to Intrigue. I combined them. Shout out to Intrigue. Always available when we hit the ATL. We back August 14th. You already know. We're going to be in the Cosmopolitan. We're going to be calling the fights. If anybody just joined in right now and you don't know, now you know. Let me go ahead and put the thumbnail up so you can see where TBV is going to be on August 14th. Yeah, I do this randomly. That turned into a freestyle. You see? Oh, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. And that's because I am in love with what I do. It's not a job. It is my passion. I get to call Lorenzo Truck Simpson's fight. He's fighting August 14th. The showdown in A-Town with TBV. I got Darren the Gift Cunningham on that card, man. DHP might show up. Devin Haney Promotions. You know what I mean? Then we got Henry Martinez de lo mío. Tommy Dominicano, donde están? Ya sabe. You're going to watch that fight free right here. The whole DR, you can watch it free right here and see Henry fighting free right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, man. God is good. Don't forget Octavius Cash is on that card. Also, we got Najee. This guy is like a new up-and-coming hot boy, I'm telling you. Najee Lopez, I think it is. Look him up. Look him up. Don't be left out. And Amir. Don't be left out.
Mason.
Don't be left out. We putting you on just like we put you on the first ever Mexican Puerto Rican heavyweight 3-0, 3 big KOs. Tennessee stand up. Keller Plant, thank you for opening the doors for my Latino
Jimenez.
brother, Amisael Jimenez.
El Bazooka.
Let's go.
You see David McWater signed that 6'9" heavyweight?
Which one?
Antonio Mireles or something like that.
Mexican?
The one from Mexico, right?
I think he's Mexican. He's trained by Robert Garcia, I believe.
Oh, that's
He's
a bad
from,
look.
Oh, but you don't know.
Remember when Robert had...
He's not from the States, you know, right? That's the guy?
He's 6'9". I said, damn.
Remember when Robert had Mike Perez, he couldn't train him because Robert has little guys and then he makes his heavyweights train like the little guys. So they running too much. I don't know. I hope he changed his mind. He also got an interview, I think, with me where he said, like, he don't like training heavyweights for that very same reason, but...
Oh, I remember that interview. Yeah, he did say that. Yep.
But we got some more super chats, and the next one, who is it? Before we get to these phone calls,
Big Boy Patek says Spence.
Oh, wait. That's not Paquete. I've been calling him Big Boy Paquete, thinking he's saying Big Boy Pockets. That's not how you spell Paquete?
The watch, the Patek, right? That's what I
Get the fuck, yo. He never sends a yo Ness. You fucking up my name. I've always been calling him Big Boy Pockets in Spanish. Big Boy Paquete. Or package. Package. I told you I'm dyslexic, man. Holy shit.
A Majid for about 5-6 years, and his name not even a Majid.
Yo,
he got it written on everywhere, say Majid, man.
Because of you.
Yo, how is that not Big Boy Paquete?
Yo, you just wanted it to be that, so you read that. Yo, hey, listen, he probably like, hey, I got the pockets. But anyway, Big Boy Patek says Spence leftover stops Bud. Late rounds, boxing emojis. Ooh.
Anybody believe that?
Mike.
Anybody believe that? Anybody believe that?
Mike.
Do we believe, you asking me, do I believe that Porter can stop Bud? That's what you asking?
Yeah, anybody believe that?
It's tough to believe, but I think that if there's gonna be a way that it happens, it's gonna.
Hold on, Ness. Before you say anything, what Danny Garcia tell you about 2 weeks ago?
No, come on.
They ain't got no power.
And they felt like what?
Bee stings? Oh.
Fellas. Man, come on, man. Shawn, I respect Shawn.
But it's the pressure, though. You heard them talking about that. It's that
more
pressure.
Like, I know it's going to be a grueling fight, but obviously, I guess the
grueling for who?
I will be rooting for
the dude that get aggressive with Crawford.
Yeah, we'll be rooting
for.
Hold on, let me finish though. We'll be rooting for. We could be rooting for Shawn, but we know deep down inside, if you're a betting man, you're gonna bet on Crawford. Why? We've seen Shawn lose already. We've seen him up against an elite that we want Crawford to fight. So it's like we expect Crawford to be able to win against Shawn Porter. So if I'm a betting man, I'm going Terence Crawford. But you can never count Shawn out because of his grueling style. So anything can happen in a boxing match. But I get you, Mike. Betting's man pick Crawford though.
I'll put it this way. Look, does Porter have because every time we talk about this, it's like such a weird conversation. Like you asking, does he have the power, the ability? Like, yes, this is a high level fighter in Porter. Okay, this is one of the top of the class, and he's been there for years. But I don't see him beating Porter. So the answer to me, does he knock him out? No, because he doesn't win that fight, in my opinion. Does he get tested? Does Crawford get battle tested? Absolutely.
That's what we want.
Is it going to be an easy night for Crawford?
No.
Fuck no.
That's all we want. And we want him to show, like, look, this is why everybody said what they said. I'm about to take on your bull and show you that I'm not going to have all the trouble that Thurman had. I'm not going to have all the trouble that Spence had. I'm going to, because people argue, they still call in here, Mike, and say that Porter won that fight even with the knockdown. Like, literally have called in the last 30 days.
I told you that on that night. Like, in that moment, I was like, man, Porter did enough to win, even with the knockdown. But I knew getting knocked down, you're not going to be there. Like, it just wasn't going to go your way. And the Keith Thurman fight, very, very close fight. Very close fight. I know Thurman won on all cards, but still very, very close. Danny Garcia, very, 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 very close. I just feel like Terence Crawford is a better boxer than all those guys. I think Shawn Porter really would have a problem figuring out Terence Crawford and just coming right in with that pressure. I think he's going to be open for a lot of
long range uppercuts, all types of stuff.
Like Bud's skill set is, to me, it is a kryptonite to what Shawn Porter brings.
But Porter takes shots.
I could have said the same thing about Mel and Castano. Like, I think Mel's the better, more talented boxer, but you see, again, styles make fights. And what happens when people are actually in a fight? Things turn out different. I'm not saying that the fight looks like that. I'm just saying that when dudes fight the way Porter
Mel was
does,
throwing
the
a
game
little bit
plan
less.
does not go exactly according to
He was
plan.
throwing a little bit less than what he's... You're muted.
Mike, you on mute, dog.
Mike, call you mute, man. But listen.
The only reason I picked Castano because I knew he was the better boxer by what he was able to do.
The better boxer?
Yes. You don't go out there and do what you did against Lara and not be a better boxer. To me, he won that Lara fight. Castano. You can't go out there and put it on Lara and not be a better boxer than what Jamel Charlo is. That's why I picked him.
Yeah, I ain't see it like that. If anything, it's a better attribute. His greatest attribute is cutting the ring off and the pressure that he applied. I can't call him the better boxer because he was getting caught on the way in. He's just one of those dudes that's okay with getting hit to land a punch.
Exactly. On the way in, he
just
was
like Porter.
Listen, it was a hell of a fight, man. Both guys showed a skill at if not the same, in essence, close to it. So,
let me get to some of these
you could be a
super chats
pressure
after
fighter
you.
and a good boxer going forward. We give Canelo the credit all the time. So, I personally, I thought Charlo had it in the bag. Not as the decision was made. I'm saying I thought that he would have it in the bag easy, and it turned out to be a freaking crazy, entertaining fight that I wouldn't mind seeing part two. So, it's all good. Let's real quick, my man Intrigue.
Hey, what happened?
He said that you read his name, but didn't read the the chat.
What you mean?
Intrigue the Incredible says Thurman's still a star. More media was talking about Thurman than the actual Pacquiao versus Spence fight. If Thurman says he's fighting a tough fight, believe him. Intrigue, man. He stands on his toes
with
my
his
man Thurman.
love. Yeah, that's good though. Listen, we got Show Kid with one, but before you read it, I never noticed that was his IBO medallion he won in his Border Wars fight. Is his avatar?
Oh, you didn't?
Nah, first time noticing it.
I saw that. I noticed that a long time ago.
Yo, shout out to Show Kid, 40 and
Shout
older
out
club.
Show Kid.
He got a win being a 40-year-old and over. Not many could do that. No fear. Now he's back September 18th and he's taking on a 2-0 fighter. Like, no fear in this dude, man.
Bro,
40,
none. He went from fighting the dude with the biggest punch to one of the most polished boxers. He ain't afraid of no style. So,
yeah. Well, he says, shout out to TBV, Ness, Mike, Mario, and Doomy Bayless, a.k.a. Mario's trainer. See y'all September 18th. Great show.
He's so hot about that.
The disrespect for Keith Thurman has to stop, man. I know you people he lost to Pacquiao, but that's the only person he lost to.
Yeah.
Word. It's not going to
is
stop.
That they expected more. They thought Pacquiao was old. We expected more. See, I always love Keith, so I'm not like hating on him for letting me down. But people get really mad when their fighter lets them down, and you heard Joseph. Everybody's on your side when you're knocking them out. As soon as you don't look good, they jump off the train.
Keep the same energy. August 24th 21st, whenever the fucking day it is. If Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence, you guys got to treat Errol Spence the exact same way you treating Keith Thurman right now.
They won't.
You have to. You can't make no excuses by it or for it. If Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence, give Errol Spence the same treatment you giving Keith Thurman.
You're right, champ. You're absolutely right, and I echo your sentiments. But I mean, I just been on Twitter too long to know that they're not going to.
We got Austin in somewhere in Texas says people pay to talk about me. These boys, my fans. Crying emoji, and he's replying to GDC podcast, aka Shawn Mission Impossible Jones, who will be taking out Smoke 'em Out Jay, 6'4", 313 pounds of devastation. But yeah, let's get to the next super chat. Remember, that's going down September 18th in Watertown, Wisconsin. If you don't know what Border Wars is, hit me up on social media at NestGTO. We got the return of Jared. Yo, I never thought all this time fucking Jared is Mike, y'all. Jared's been gone since Mike, and now he's back with Mike's. It's Mike's burner account. Mike, you are Jared Lloyd?
Look at Mike. He's like, what?
Yo.
That's the look of a man that got caught.
Yo, so you don't remember Jared Lloyd when you was on the show? Bum
Jared
Crawford, he always called him Bum Crawford, the garbage man. You don't remember that?
Bum Lovekin.
It's so many of those guys out there, Ness. There's so many of those guys.
It's crazy. As soon as you back,
why would
he
it be?
back.
What's the rationale? Well, why would it be Mike, who is
Mike is
well-known
and
Crawford?
Dog, that's the thing. He's
Hey,
been a Crawford fan ever since a wee lad. Many.
We got a burner count to shit on him.
Well, you many years being a fan, many frustrations you can express. You know, ghostwrite. You ghostwrite. Get those frustrations out there under a ghostwritten name. You know, Jared Lloyd, aka Mike Gross, the boss. Garbage Man Crawford, aka DuckTales. He fights the pedestrians and the damaged goods. Father Bob. Trying to convince you that garbage truck is a Ferrari. Bumlord Crawford. Yo, it is funny though. I'm telling you, this dude used to get Stonebone mad, so I'm telling you, he's been gone. It's just, I mean, I'm not saying it's really you, but it's like, whoa, you're back, he's back. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about a garbage truck being like a Ferrari, but I damn sure know when a garbage truck gets going downhill and just keep going.
Hard to stop.
Hard to stop. I put that on TikTok.
I like the way you turned that around. We got Steve Munoz with a 199 who says Prograis versus Crawford at 147. Who you got? Crawford, obviously, for the same reasons that I think Mario said. Like, we seen Porter lose, right? And we seen Regis lose. The difference is between Regis and Porter is Porter's tough as nails. He's like dog. And Regis, you know what I'm saying?
Arms too short.
He looked good with Taylor, but again, another dude that, you let us down. He was talking like he was about to move up and beat the shit out of Crawford too. Remember, he was on social media heavy about that.
I texted Regis when Bob had put that out. I sent him the Bob Arum video. He sent me back a article of him and Mikey Garcia. So saying that, no, I'm not fighting Bud. This is the fight that's been talked about and being negotiated.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's very adamant. But Mike, how do you feel about Regis? First of all, do you know if he's with Al? Because I don't know.
The backtrack.
No, but do you know if he's with Al or not? Because, I mean, he's all over the place, right? He's going to fight on DAZN with Mikey. He fought on Triller. He fought on PBC. He fought on Top Rank. He fought on World Boxing. Like, this dude's I don't know who he's with, to be honest, but I did see some Al Haymon. I'm not going to say, some Al Haymon words, and then they disappeared again. So, yeah. Your thoughts on that whole situation?
Yeah, he's not with Al. He can pretty much work with anybody that he feels like. I think the reason why he came back and said those things that he said to begin with is because that he really wanted the fights that the Barrios fight and I guess the Tank Davis fight, but maybe Al just didn't see it in his plans for him. I don't really have a problem with him being critical of Al Haymon, because if history has shown us anything, everybody don't succeed with Al Haymon. There are some outliers like Jamel Herring who went somewhere else and had a better career over at Top Rank. So everybody's not going to succeed with Al Haymon, and maybe Regis felt like in that moment he was one of those guys who couldn't, but he had to go back and backtrack. Maybe his management or somebody says, "Hey man, that's not a good look. Never want to burn bridges, and just keep the door always open to do business." You know what I'm saying? And I believe Regis has a lot of respect for Al Haymon. I just think it was certain fights that he wanted on the PBC, i.e. Broner, that he was never really able to get.
We got A-Side Boxing Talk. A-Side Boxing Talk. Do me?
A-Side
$15
Boxing Talk
super
says,
chat. Hold up.
big shout out to A-Side Boxing Talk, and he says on episode 33 of Porter's podcast, he came out and said he has a boss and how people don't even know if activating Mandos are real. PBC fighters trade good paydays for being told what to do at all times.
Wow.
How much truth is to that?
Next one is Condrago.
Do you want me to say Contrago? Bud ducked again. Porter, Ugas, Keith, real quiet.
Wait.
What's up, Mike? You're the attorney here.
What he means? Pud ducked again. Porter, Ugas, Keith, real quiet. Mike, you on mute.
I am?
Oh, you here
Not
now.
anymore.
What did he say again?
Bud ducked again. Porter, Ugas, Keith, real quiet.
I mean, man, he got to send another one, because I need more context. Because I was over here actually thinking about how much I don't like Rolly Romero. You know, I just started saying,
what? That's out of nowhere.
Somebody in the chat said something about Rolly. I'm just like, man, I don't like that guy. It's not nothing that, you know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that he talks so much shit about everybody that it makes me not like him. And that's a good thing for him.
Yeah, he's a heel.
I'm invested in watching this guy lose. I want to see him lose.
Yeah.
So I'm watching Rolly fights from now on.
Would you?
Is this? Go ahead.
Do you like Haney versus Romero?
I love it. Love it. He called Haney the fucking Amir Khan of 135. Which I thought was very disrespectful to Amir Khan.
I thought it was
gold
respect.
medalist.
I mean, you're talking about that was a high praise to me. You're saying a lot about that man, because I mean, we all know best offensive fighters of the last decade. So
I forgot.
We got a super chat from A-Zap Sam, not to be confused with A-Sap. This is his own crew, all right? He A-Zap. Dazn or PBC will win bid and sign Bud after. And that's what I think, right? Like the way that Dazn is shaking PBC shaking their ass right now to get Canelo across the street, that's what you do. You woo them. It's like, hey, baby girl, I'm going to send a limo to pick you up. And then that limo going to take you to the chopper, and the chopper going to take you to the jet. And then the jet going to land, and we going to be on a yacht overlooking the sunset. And then she want to marry you. So that's what they doing with Canelo, and they can do that by winning the purse bid. They could overbid. Now they get to promote Crawford's last fight. It's on Fox, and they like, look at this shit. You see that red carpet? You see how you looking over that fucking mountain into the beautiful Hawaiian beach? Yeah, we did that. This the Al Haymon way over here. You see what I'm saying? This is what we talking about. You see this little LLC we created for you right here? Yeah, this an extra check. Yeah, no, we got you. What? Oh, you ain't make no investments? Oh, no, all my fighters got houses and everything everywhere. Most of them live in Miami where it's tax-free. Come on, let me help you. Walk with me. Let me show you. Come in. Let me teach you. You understand? That's all. It's okay.
All right.
He got to want to be taught. You know what I'm saying? He got to want to walk down that street. It's just that simple. We all know. Like, okay, Mike could say, oh, Herring went over there and did better. He sure did. He was lucky to find Bo Mack to invest in him and bring him up to Brad Goodman and the top ranked matchmakers over there. Like, look, this kid ain't done. He been working with me. I'm seeing him work with Bud. He's good. Give him a shot. One fight deal. Let's go. Let's see what we get from there. Let's just give him a shot. Okay, we fuck with you, McIntyre. Let's go. We giving you a shot, like we giving Nelson a shot. Steven Nelson, your fight. That's how we do. So that's cool. But where's Vanez?
Where is Vanez?
He retired after the Gennady fight because he was talking shit about Al. So it's like, yo, you could go platinum today. Go ahead and sell your little platinum single and break away from your manager, Al Haymon, because you want to make all the money because, you know, your little single went hot. Your little Gennady Golovkin fight went hot. It was hot. Cool. What you going to do after that? You got royalties? Is there royalties every time that song get played? Did you get a cut of them ticket sales? The way that motherfucking Al makes sure Floyd get he get a kernel, every kernel pop, he getting a percentage. So let's stop playing, man. You see what Tank doing? Everybody could talk. That's what I'm saying. They learned me. They learned me. Tank is the highest paid 130 pounder since maybe Sugar Ray. Where he started his career at? What weight did he start at? Because I'm telling you, this dude, come on. In this day and age, you still got 200,000 buying pay-per-view versus Barrios. Put that boy in there with Haney. Put that boy in there with Joseph Diaz. Put him in there with Ryan. Put him in there with Rowley. Put him in there with anybody, and you're gonna see anybody that's slightly. Because look, I was at the Barrios fight. I was at the press conference. I was at the fight. He was swallowing, dry swallow. Like that moment was big. And it was, let me tell you, for me it was big. That's when I realized, oh shit, what the fuck, Dr. J? This dude brought Dr. J, and he was wearing the J's. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, shit, nah, man, that boy a star. I keep telling y'all, it's crazy. But my man, he next up, heavyweight division, Puerto Rican, Mexican. You gonna see the big leagues about to find him, and he gonna be all over. We got Izzy with the 567 super chat.
Cryptic number.
Right?
5,
is he betting
7,
that in the lottery? Like, is the
8,
Mega Million?
9, 10.
Y'all know that like those are the numbers on your phone that's like right in order, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So it's probably easy to do 5, 6, 7.
Right back to back. Yeah. It was better than 1, 2, 3. Hey, cheer! Yo, beginning my Bring Mike Back donation drive. Great show. Love this panel.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I know
you.
what I want to say. Over the past year, man, Al Haymon has really just shown y'all how great and how powerful he is in the sport of boxing. And I was one of those guys who were always kind of, critical of what some of the things Al does. Still am, but just over the past year, man, just seeing him win the arbitration for Wilder, him snatch Pacquiao from the jaws of Top Rank, him winning Canelo, possibly giving him his highest guarantee today. I mean, it's just amazing, man. Honestly, like him putting on Tank in these different venues, him doing shows down in Texas when everybody was like, "Oh, pandemic." Like, just shout out to Al Haymon, man. Like, he's really been doing a lot of good things this year for the sport of boxing.
So ESPN's Michael Coppinger just reported, Mario, maybe you want to check that in the pre-pro as I ring the alarm for Coppinger. Just want to continue to congratulate him on his success.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, this is important.
Yeah,
this is what we
this
didn't
is
know.
a tweet. Yeah, this is a tweet from Mike Coppinger that was posted at 12:30 a.m. this morning. He said, ESPN story on WBO ordering a Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter welterweight title tilt. Sources said Bud was offered a fight with David Avanesian before this, a bout that was eyed for October 23rd. A rematch between Porter and Keith Thurman was explored by PBC.
So you know what that means. It goes back to our original debate. Al is sitting right now with Ken, maybe Sylvia, maybe Porter. They probably on the phone or a Skype, and they're deciding what's the better chess move. Do we go with the Porter Thurman rematch for nothing, or do we send one of our soldiers out? Now the truth is, there's not much left on Porter in terms of upside. Yes, we can do the Garcia fight. But again, for Porter, it doesn't put him in the mix. It's just a, hey, man, take this big fight. It don't put him in the mix, though. He still sees his contemporaries. He watches Earl fight Pacquiao, win or lose, and then he watches Ugas maybe get a unification with Crawford, a dude that he beat. Like, the right move is take the Crawford fight. You could literally be on the outside looking in for the next year and a half if you don't take the Crawford fight. Because if you go the Thurman Porter route, cool. After, what are you going to do? Fight for a vacant title because Earl's going to move up and not fight Crawford and fuck us all over? Like, I don't get what the Thurman Porter fight is about. What would that be for? They're gonna,
you know what it's about. Come on, Nash.
What?
You know what it's about?
What?
It's a big in-house fight. As it gets made, people can be like, "Oh, okay, that's not a bad fight."
Nah, it don't go.
They don't know where it's gonna be at.
They don't go nowhere though.
Where does Shawn go from there?
But that's what I'm saying. Neither one of them go nowhere. That fight is like a dude in a hamster wheel. Where you going? You beat Porter. What now? What? You beat Thurman. Now what? If you Porter and you beat Thurman, man, you beat that dude off a 2-year layoff and a loss. And if you Thurman and you beat Porter, it's like, man, you beat that dude again. Just saying, guys. Just
Over
saying.
the last 3 to 4 years, we've seen this play out time after time after time. What makes y'all think it's gonna be any different now?
But what? I mean, be more specific. What's played out?
What do you mean?
The PBC welterweight thing. They keep shit where?
But that
On
was
PBC.
different. That was different. They had
In-house,
belts.
yeah.
No. That's too simple to blanket it. They had belts. There was a necessary evil. This is regurgitating for unnecessarily. We'll see. I don't believe he'll make that move. Porter,
I agree.
Porter
I
needs
just
to be
don't-
sent out there as a soldier to get the fucking belt back. Go get
but
that
listen,
belt.
But listen, if you're Porter and Crawford, one of them's in a much better position than the other. One of them's about to get I'm not saying that's going to happen, but one of them was in talks to fight a David Avanesian, and the other one was in talks to fight Thurman. All I'm saying is that if that Porter-Crawford fight doesn't happen, Porter has that safety net because it's still one of the bigger fights that can be made with who is left.
You know what rubbed off on me about you? You always used to defend this argument by saying this. So title shots don't matter no more. I'm going to go rematch this dude because he beat me. I ain't going to go get this fucking belt that leads me to undisputed in a unification or a bigger rematch with Thurman. Now there's a belt on the line. Pay me more. Pay me more to fight Thurman.
You know where I learned it?
Pay me more to fight Thurman for the belt I just went over there and took from the dude that nobody thought I'd take it from. What don't y'all get,
right,
man?
But you taught me to be more realistic as opposed to what I want as a fan and believe should be the case.
Yes.
But I go down the road because of you of the most likely scenario and what I can take from that in a positive way.
But because of the order.
Mario. God damn it, man. Shit.
Mike, but because of the order of the WBO, it makes the fight more realistic between Porter and Crawford. It's a fair split, 60-40. All you got to do is go to purse bid. It don't matter who the fuck wins. You still getting 40% of the pot. It don't matter who wins the bid. You getting 40% of the pot. So if they're in this 30 days, Bob is talking dumb, he ain't talking the shit Porter want to hear, I don't care. I get 40% of the pot no matter what. Champion gets 60. Cool, bud.
Why do I want 40 when I can get the whole 100?
How you getting 100? You never gonna get 100.
Porter.
No.
People do.
No.
In-house.
That's
the
not.
game plan.
It's still 50-50. That ain't 100. That's 50-50. You
I'm
got to
talking about
split.
for Al Haymon getting 100%.
Because Al playing chess. He taking an Listen. Let me ask you one thing. We go, and this, I won. Oh my God. Listen. If Thurman takes a loss, right? Can he continue in boxing?
Absolutely.
Ask that question about everybody Porter is more likely to take a loss, and fight fans still want to see him versus Boots, still want to see him versus Virgil, still want to see him versus Conor Benn, because we know he's the fucking Porter test. He's the test. If Thurman take a loss, it's like, man, that dude been out. He only fought twice in 4 years. He got married. He had a kid.
I can see that view from many.
He lost once.
Yeah,
but the
he lost 15 times or something.
But the
Thurman
4
lost one time to an all-time great. That's it.
But it's the 4 years, Mike.
Yeah, he had a lot
it's
of
the 4.
injuries.
You fought twice in 4 years, and you look bad with Josecito. Then you lost to an older man in Pacquiao, right? Now you taking another 2 years off. So, like, if all I'm saying is the probability of people not really caring whether Thurman fights again after a loss to Porter is higher and more likely than people wanting Porter to still keep. I still want Porter to fight Conor Benn. I still want Porter to fight Virgil because he is the test. He is the test to let us know, can you really be a welterweight?
Yeah, but you capping if you saying that you wouldn't care about Thurman Ortiz in the same kind of way. Like, come on, that is who he is. That's still a test. Like, it's one thing for Thurman to lose to Porter and then not be considered elite anymore, not be considered one of the best in the division, you know, by comparisons to Crawford and Spence. It's a completely different thing for him to lose to that guy. And, I mean, there's still other avenues. And, I mean, look, my man, what's his name? Not Iris Edison Miranda, like that dude lost how many times? He was the gatekeeper. He still got all the big fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Rosado, same thing.
No, different. Let me rebut, please.
Porter's been around for like it's been consistent. You always know what you're getting from Porter. Like Keith Thurman's been the knockout guy to the, you know, he went from one time to sometime, and then now, you know, he went through the injuries. There's a lot. His perspective has changed so much that even though, Mike, that he's only lost one time, you know, that's the view in the public if he loses.
So
man, I just show me you can beat Keith Thurman like that. Manny Pacquiao showed me he can beat Keith Thurman. You gotta show me. It's easy to say, "Oh, Keith Thurman can't beat these guys, man." Show me they.
No, I'm not saying that.
Former unified champion.
I'm not saying that they can beat Keith. What I'm saying is Keith, right? He took off 2 years, comes back, fights Joselito Lopez, takes off how many months from there?
3 or 4.
Okay.
Manny Pacquiao.
Come back, fight Manny Pacquiao. Takes another 2 years off. So let's say he fights this Porter fight and loses. It's highly likely he'll take what? 2 years off.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. If Keith Thurman and Ugas got made today, who y'all taking?
I'm picking Ugas. I mean Keith. I'm picking Keith.
So what are we saying then? If we saying Keith Thurman can beat a dude who has a belt right now,
he don't really got a belt. He don't really got a belt. He don't really got a belt.
And Keith Thurman's style, I believe
Pacquiao the champ. Pacquiao the champ.
WBA should have gave Pacquiao his belt back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he don't really got a belt. But I got one from Ken Stone, super chatty. He says, "Shout out to the king. Let's go, Mike." We got another one here from DSV. She says, this will show how good Bud really is at 147 because Shawn never beats the elite. But you want to see a rematch every time. Exactly. Thank you. Right. And that is what I'm saying. He got a longer shelf life. Like, people want to see Shawn back. If Thurman loses, it's going to add to the narrative of, man, that dude retired. He sometimes, he run times. He think about his wife. He got married. He had a kid. Like, come on, we've heard all that before. So all I'm saying is, I only brought that up to say that Al could take the risk by sending Porter, because if he loses to Bud, we still want to see him back. That fight with Thurman's still there. Let Thurman stay on the shelf. Send this soldier to go get that belt. He going to get the fucking ring. It's Lord of the Kings or Kings of the Rings, whatever that movie was.
Lord of the Rings.
He going to get it. Send him to go get the fucking belt. Somebody got to go slay the dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Just listening to you right now like that, it does make a lot of sense. You know, tell Porter, listen, go with it. Go get that belt. If you don't get that belt, I still got something for you. But if you do get that belt, the positions on that PBC side.
Bruh, Al should call. Al should do a Zoom call and tell Keith he got to fucking spar with Shawn to get him ready for Crawford. Fuck that. This a team. We need this belt.
Yo, let's make it sound like it's Mortal Kombat and Terence Crawford going up against the first boss in Porter, and then he gonna go against the next boss.
Straight to Goro.
Bruh, they got it. Yo, Earl need to call. Earl need to call and give him pointers. Like, yo, if he fight me, this is what I would do. And Thurman need to be like, yo, champ, come on, let's run together. Like, yo, bruh, where you eating at? Where you eating at, man?
Victory.
They got you deals on Fox. You an analyst on Fox. Your podcast done blew up. We've been putting in work for a decade. And my man jumped on the podcast scene. Boom. He one of the hottest things smoking. Yo, you could go ahead and take that chance. They set you up for life. And if you get that belt, it's everything you said. Your legacy. This is a career. I got titles and quotes. We could Google Shawn versus Crawford right now, and you'll see him saying, like, Terence is the fight I want. That's his quote. Terence is the fight I want next. That's his quote. Me and Terence got to talk. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know why we making excuses. He wanted this fight. If he go any other route, we got to question what's going on, man. We can't just keep saying, oh, Al going to give him a better fight. No, if it ain't the Mikey fight, and Mikey ain't legacy. Mikey's just some stay busy money fight for you to get on pay-per-view and fake the funk, because guess what? That ain't gonna make Earl fight you. Maybe if you do like 350 with Mikey, then yeah. Obviously the economics make sense for Earl to come back and do a pay-per-view rematch with you. But like if you don't crack better than Earl did, which what he did like 325, 345. What we even talking about? Like really, what we even talking about? The fight is with Crawford. They need to negotiate in these 30 days to put this shit on pay-per-view. Like I said, give Crawford 3 up front. I like what somebody else said. If Crawford want to be Mayweather this time and take less, make the big fight. Get your first pay-per-view with good numbers, Mike. It's his first pay-per-view with good numbers.
That's not Oscar De La Hoya.
But okay, I get that.
He's not Oscar.
I get that.
To take less.
I get that, but let me ask you, do you think the pay-per-view does well?
I just say I believe it does better than Spence and Porter.
So then that's a necessary evil, because if it does better than the dude you trying to hunt down, now you showing not only the world, not only Bob, not only Al, it's like, you see, they want to see me. All I needed was a good partner.
It gives them some chips.
It gives them initiative to say, damn, what is that fight going to be with motherfucking Earl? And it's the same dance partner. Listen,
WBO mandated. I ain't gotta take less. If he wants the belt, be your soldier, be your Winter Soldier, Captain America. Bring your ass home.
Yeah, but if the belt, if you don't negotiate, right, and let's say Bob wins the purse bid, what could Porter just do? Anybody could answer. We didn't negotiate. We went to purse bid. I'm trying to tell you, let's do a pay-per-view. I'm trying to tell you, let's be fair. You didn't want to do it. 30 days goes by, now we at purse bid. Al don't even bid high. Bob wins. What you think is happening, Mario? You've been in this business fucking 10 years.
Probably they go another route if that's how it plays out.
Exactly. You win a purse bid that you get you lost your deposit. You lost your deposit, and you ain't getting Porter because we walking away from the fight.
Well, we've seen it happen.
Exactly. So all I'm saying is
plenty of evidence.
All I'm saying is, why jeopardize your biggest fight of your career? You know, we still talking about money. The man is rich, man. He rich. This is a necessary fight. You know, Crawford fans believe it'll sell. This is a necessary. And you said this your friend. Like, why are you standing on this? I got to get my mandatory minimum, and he got to be in a slave contract. This your friend. Tell Bob to pay him right. Make it happen. There's a budget. And you can find how to make that budget work. That's just the bottom line. There's a budget. That's why Canelo pays his undercard. Because there's a budget. They got to pay Canelo. He pays everybody on it. He tell them what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Come on, bro.
I'm just
saying.
The
last Canelo undercard was bad. I don't know who was on that motherfucker, but the last one was bad.
That's the point. because he paying them. But they're his fighters, though. They're his fighters. He putting them on. I bet you they ain't getting paid bad.
And I bet Canelo not taking less money.
He the one sets the card up. So
he not taking less money though, Ness. Like Canelo getting his $35 million.
Canelo's not in Crawford's situation. That's the little thing you
I
never
know, and I get that. Canelo's on a whole new level. AJ Canelo.
Besides being on another level, he's not the one in need of a dance partner. Like he got a plethora to choose from.
He is the dance partner for anybody though.
But that's what I'm saying. So he don't need no one. They need him. Crawford needs the Porter fight. Unless he just gonna keep waiting for the Earl fight.
I doubt he wait for the Earl fight. Best thing for Bud to do it, in my opinion, is
fight Jamel.
Yes.
Activate the WBO.
Yes. Get Castano, get Jamel. That's if you really want 50-50 with Earl. That's the only way you're gonna get it. You gotta be 2 times undisputed, going for 3.
And Rob just told me he could send you a link. Canelo is taking less money. His contract was $36 million guaranteed, and now he got like 17 for one of these fights. Remember?
Within that contract, he had to give. I mean, and the 17 came from Yeardom. That was a fight that nobody wanted. But within that 36, I believe Oscar was getting like 5, right? And Oscar is no longer in the picture, right?
Remember, Canelo about to make a career high payday from Plant.
Is he taking less now?
No, he's making a career high.
Is he taking less now to make the fight with Plant?
No, career high.
He controls the pot anyway.
If the cash cow who got an abundance of money is not going to do it, how you going to ask a guy who's making peanuts to do it?
Again, because the dude that we talking about is the one that needs the fight. But I get you. Let me get to C-Dub, who says, Shawn don't have to fight Bud to get Spence rematch. Here we go. That's why we ain't getting this fight, because everybody got a route.
He's an absolute.
I mean, he doesn't.
He fight, though. He ain't got to fight Bud.
Bruh, Spence, listen to me. No, Spence was clear. I'm fighting Pacquiao, and I want Crawford next, and I'm moving up. If you Porter, you fighting Thurman ain't getting you no fucking Spence rematch. He moving up. You want him to stick around, you better have what he need, which is undisputed.
How long has Earl been talking about moving up, though?
Yeah, but if he loses to Crawford, it changes things a bit.
For who?
For Spence's positioning and for Porter, because that's his plan. That's Earl's plan. You know, fight those 2 fights, then move up. But if he fights Crawford and loses, Shawn can still get a fight with
Thurman.
With Spence. No, with rematch with Spence.
Why the fuck would Spence rematch Shawn losing to Crawford?
No, well, obviously the rematch would probably be Spence and Crawford too. But you know, with the way these two have always spoke,
Spence and Crawford, go back, bro. You mixing up. You said Spence and Crawford too. What are you trying to say?
All right. So how far do you want me to go back?
All the way, because man, you just said Spence and Crawford too. That never existed.
Yeah. No, you said that why would he rematch Porter? And I'm telling you, the obvious fight would probably be Terence Crawford 2 if he lost to Crawford. You with me now?
No, because it's Porter fighting Crawford.
I know.
He's
guys,
the one that would be
else on the panel
losing.
follow with me?
I'm lost, man. You lost me.
All right, look.
Man, I started laughing as soon as you say, how far you want me to go back?
Because my man said Spence and Crawford too. I'm damn, we didn't even get one yet.
I'll take you all the way back to the beginning. Shawn Porter, right? If he fights, Spence's plan is to fight 2 fights and move up, right? I got to take him all the way back, Mike. It's like I couldn't even play with that. I got to take him all the way back. You said, and then Mike agreed to it. All right, Spence has a plan.
Oh, I get you now. No, you're right. You were ahead of me. I get you. He's saying Spence won't give Porter the rematch because the obvious rematch would be the bigger fight, Crawford-Spence 2, because of Spence's plan to fight Manny, then Crawford, and then move up. So you saying if he's gonna stick around, it would be the Crawford rematch, not for the Spence Porter rematch.
Yes, and if Porter was had any chance in getting that fight, it would be only if Earl lost, because if Earl doesn't get the fight with Crawford, the two, because of whatever reasons, maybe Crawford just wants to say, hey, listen, that's it, I'm not giving you that fight, then the likelihood of him having that opportunity would be there for Shawn.
Yeah, but he can't just say, I ain't giving you a fight. There's going to be a rematch clause. Unless there isn't, which we've been seeing more and more of that around. Portillo,
I'm going
Portillo,
back.
Didn't have a rematch clause for whatever reason. We got C-Dub with another one that says...
BBC has bigger fights and just as hard. Bud froze. Damn.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Just as hard without the same trinket. You know what I mean? You need that belt, though. And that's what he brings. He brings that belt. They could offer him that fight with, whoever that is, Thurman, my bad. But nah, that ain't it. Ain't no belt on the line. It just ain't no belt on the line. I don't understand how we don't think Al is thinking, damn, we could really go get that belt. Like, Gamboa hurt him. Like, Kavalaskis dropped him. Benavidez hurt him. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, why wouldn't Porter go over there? Like, Porter did a recap and he's like, bro, did you see Brooke? Like, come on, like, Brooke wasn't Brooke. That was like...
Al watches boxing just like you do. Who? That's why Al watches boxing just like you. That's why Al sent Castano over there to fight Teixeira. Al knows what guys which, man. He knows the guys that he probably has the upper hand against. He don't feel like Porter, or I'm not saying that. Maybe he doesn't feel like Porter has that upper hand, or anybody for that matter besides Errol Spence.
Man, I think in the welterweight division, the one thing that has been apparent to me forever, is that belts can take a back seat more times than not to the stars of the welterweight division. Mayweather didn't need a belt. He was the belt. Pacquiao didn't need a belt. He was the belt. De La Hoya. So where Al's sitting, he's like, I got the belt. The belt's Spence Pacquiao. Spence beats Pacquiao. He's the man. You know what I mean? It don't matter what sanctioning bodies recognize him. The world will recognize him as the guy that dethroned Pacquiao. In this era, I mean. And if Pacquiao wins, the lineup is still there for him to get fights, and if he chooses to fight. So I think the more important thing for him is that he has the premier welterweight matchup right now in his neck of the woods.
And also, all those names that you brought up who hurt Terence Crawford, you got to look at those guys' fate by the end of that fight. All those guys got stopped.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a fight.
Yeah, but none of those dudes are Porter. Porter walks through Gamboa. Porter beats Kavalaskis. Porter beats Brooke in a rematch, especially that version of Brooke, But we got Rich Mendez that says, I think that Mikey looked fat against Spence and doesn't carry that weight by his recent photos. Stay at 140 and fight Loma and Tank. Also, Taylor. Yeah, I would do the Tank fight. If they give him that, he better jump on that.
Tank would be great. But I always did want to see the Loma fight. So
Real
Taylor's
Richmond says Mike is back. 2 thumbs up emojis, 2
peace
emojis.
Yo, Mike getting that John Cena pop, that John Cena return pop.
Mike, man, for anybody that doesn't follow you, let them know where to follow you, man, before I open up these phone lines. You know the number to call in, 14255-6952-41. We're talking Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter. It's finally been ordered by the WBO. We got 30 days. The clock is ticking, but Porter deletes his posts and now has us all wondering, is there a big, giant conspiracy for this fight not to happen? Gross the Boss is back. Find him right here on YouTube at
You can follow me at Mike on Sports. I just typed yo in the chat. So just click on my name and you'll find my page. Salute Ness, salute Mario.
I don't think you could do that, yo.
Huh? You can't?
I don't think so, because I never could get to
Nah,
nobody's channel.
I think you can do it on the phone, and that's it. I've been able to do it on the phone, but I don't think you could do it any other way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just go to, just put Mike on Sports in the
It comes up.
search. Yeah, and go in and I earlier I put the link to his latest video, so you could click on that too. A really good video on it was on Al and him. Yes, thank you. And very, very good content, Mike. Very, very good content. We do have another super chat that popped in right before we go to the callers. Mel H with the $10 super chat says, "What up, Ness? This is 1000 Proof Wiz from Instagram. I sent you my Charlo ticket. Porter's going to get the nod."
Wow, that's wow. Wait, didn't he bet on a knockout or something, or the draw? $50 on the draw?
Yeah, I remember you talking about the
I think
draw.
he made like $1,000. I think off that draw.
That's
probably why his ticket is 1,000.
Yeah, from Instagram. He says, "I sent you my Charlo ticket. Porter is going to get the nod on the cards against Crawford. Keep grinding. I appreciate y'all." Man, I just feel like he hasn't though before. Like, I don't know. We'll see. You might be right. I'm not gonna bet on it.
1,000 on the draw. I think it was like 28-1 or some shit.
No.
18 plus 1,800, but he put $50 on it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, boy, you a bad boy. You put $1,000.
He killed that shit.
No. Lee Dre Stevens with the $5 super chat says, "If Manny beats Spence or if Porter beats Crawford, do we ever see Bud versus Spence? Saw a few of your shows, Mike." Shout out to you, Lee Dre Stevens. If Manny beats Spence and Porter beats Crawford, do we ever see Bud versus Spence? I think we see it at some point. I really do. Whether it's going to have the nostalgia that it has now,
yeah.
I think at some point we see it. You know what I mean? I just feel like these guys are destined to fight at some point, and I think it'll always carry some sort of weight. It's better if they stay undefeated. It's better if it's for the undisputed welterweight title. But at the end of the day, it's still a great fight between two dudes that are just at the top of their game and this era's best.
Let me get to these phone lines, man. And we got a lot of people out there. And I know you want to call in and voice your opinion.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Sorry?
Yo, listen, please, if you're on Blog Talk and you're gonna, step away, that's fine. But if you're don't keep hitting one, please just stay there. We're gonna get to you. Hitting one.
Remember that you get yourself out of the queue, and that just puts you to the back of the line. That's all you got to remind them. That
I should have said that. Yeah.
Every time you press more than one, you're at the back of the line. So don't be mad when we don't go to you. Mario, keep an eye out for line 6 read. I think it's like a 9.
I saw him. He's there.
I don't see him.
I think he's one of the guys that just did it too, but it's all good.
Because he's a boomerang. I don't want to miss him. We going out to...
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Listen, if you haven't already done so, I need you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 600. We're at 558. We need a few more to get to the next goal of 127.6. And don't forget, if you didn't know, we will be live streaming and calling the fights live from Atlanta, the showdown in A-Town, August 14th, TBV. Our YouTube channel will be streaming Truck, Lorenzo Simpson, The Gift, Darren Cunningham, Hendry Martinez, who is the Dominican next up. He holds wins over Elvis Martinez and a loss, though. But he's also trained by Ken Porter. The return of Octavius Cash after his fantastic performance right in Atlanta at Atlanta Buckhead. I mean, the dude he didn't want to really injure his right hand because he was nursing it. He basically won the fight with a left hand, bro. I mean, so much speed, composure, and tripling on that left hook. He almost looked Mexican. We got Amir Jones on that card as well. Just a fantastic lineup. Rumor is Tank is going to show up. The rumor is he's never missed the Lorenzo Truck Simpson fight. Obviously, you know that's his guy. They're also trained by the same trainer, which is Calvin Ford, who will be in the building, obviously. Kenny will obviously be in the building as well. He's the second chief. Then Ken Porter going to be in the building because he's Hendry's trainer. You don't want to miss this. DHP might be there. The last fight I did on Friday with Mario and Doomy, Devin Haney was there when two of his fighters were fighting. So now another one of his fighters is fighting. He might be there. You don't want to miss it. Plus, we're going to be calling the action. You could just show up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to show up, or you could watch it right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Boys. Live fights August 14th right here on our YouTube channel. This is an amazing, amazing opportunity. I feel blessed and I'm grateful. I need you to spread the word. We're going out to Dallas by way of New Orleans. What up?
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? You bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. You bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? Where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. So official with it, don't check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute. Get ready for the back attack.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning.
What up, Mike? What up, Mike, baby? Yeah, shout out Doomy. That's Mario, all y'all. It's simple with me. I don't care how they get the fight done. I don't care who got to pay what. I don't care if Bob got to pay him. I don't care if Bale got to step up and get it on Fox and stuff like that to save their network deal. I mean, Bud still brings money to the table. Bud can secure them a network deal because he got a lot of big fights he can be made with PBC. So whatever direction they go in, my energy is always the same. We're not worrying about no Porter. It won't be the first, won't be the last. And I still got Bud stopping Porter. I think Bud and how he fights, he adjusts to the styles he get in the ring with. I don't think Porter's aggression could be effective against Bud because Bud know how to fight. And he can make adjustments. Other guys y'all comparing him to, they don't know how to make those adjustments. They blame it on. They just wanted to show them they got outdog somebody because they don't know how to reset. They don't know how to step back and counter. They're not comfortable. They don't have the foot speed, the balance to throw certain punches from certain angles. So it puts them directly in front of Porter. My energy the same. Bud stopping Porter. Let's get the fight made.
David Maldonado, New York City.
What he done to the boxing world to be number one in the junior weight division.
Crawford don't know shit. Peter Spence don't know shit. The master don't know shit. I know everything. I know every step of God.
Yo, we got Hot Sauce Gross, aka aka the original, the leader of the bartenders. This is a classic show, man. Yo, Gross, you're gonna get mad when I tell you this, but you know, Jerron Boots Ennis will stop both your boys, Spence and Crawford. Yo, Nestor Gibbs and Dumatron, aka you got to get some more CMOS so you can finally make that 175 that you shooting for, brother. Was good, man.
Doomy don't want to lose weight, man. You know that.
Doomy told me he's shooting for 175, man. He just needs some more CMOS. He'll be all right. Yo, we're talking about Crawford and Porter, right?
Yep.
This is just like talking about AJ and Fury. I hope that fight happens. I think Crawford will be the first guy to stop Shawn Porter, but Crawford's gonna fight Billy Dibdo in Dubai, so I don't think it's gonna happen unless he leaves top rank. And I will pay for that fight because I paid for the Postal fight. I paid for the Khan fight because you know Tio was in the card, of course, and Shakur as well.
My man said Crawford and Billy Dib. Y'all disrespectful, man. Crawford and Billy Dib. But that's crazy. They offered him Avanesian. We just glossed over that. Like, we got to double back on that. Like, y'all don't, like, damn, he got to be tight. Like, how you offering me Avanesian? They just gave him the dude you said you was going to get me. I was supposed to be in Qatar fighting Pacquiao. Now, all of a sudden, it ain't no rumors, Earl fighting Pacquiao. No, they just announced that shit. You want me to fight Avanesian? This is crazy, man. They've got to make this Porter fight. See, this is what I'm saying, Mike. This is why they got to make this Porter fight. They the ones was telling him, we got you, Pacquiao, in Qatar. Why in Qatar? Because we can't pay for it here. Why? Because of the pandemic. But we going to get it in Qatar. We got you. We got you. Listen, we got you. Then all of a sudden the fight falls apart and it's like Earl announces it and it's in America. You got to be mad. Now they come at you with Avanesian. You got to be mad. You got to be looking at them like, yo, don't fuck this up. Don't offer him no million. Don't go to purse bid. Don't fuck this up for me. Because obviously they've been messing up. I mean, y'all don't look at David Avanesian for October?
Like, honestly, I like David Avanesian, but he's just not on the level to be fighting Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big David Avanesian fan, but he just don't have to.
Twice to La Hagra?
No, he went over there and beat La Hagra.
Okay. Look at that. That's how it is when you don't even pay attention to a David Avanesian.
He beat Josh Kelly in his home country. Knocked Josh Kelly had the fuck out. The only dude that beat him was Mean Machine, and Mean Machine beat him in a pretty good fight. But yeah, David, man, David's a bad dude, man. He can punch, and he lost to Lamont Peterson too.
He number 8 in the WBO.
Yeah, but that just
but
not
that's
the
what
right
I'm saying.
name.
Why would they skip Virgil, skip Porter, Mikey, Michael Mickinson, Regis Mean Machine 2, Jerron Ennis, Castillo Clayton? How you laying on David Avenue? First of all, I'm gonna be real. Virgil's busy with Aegis, so that takes number 1 and number 5 out, right? Then you got Shawn available, Mikey available, Michael Mickinson, he ain't ready. He from the UK, he ain't ready. But Jaron Ennis available, Castillo Clayton available. Like, how you landing and offering David? How you skip to the 8? That's crazy. Like, you got Castillo out there. He just fought in America versus Lipinets. And Mikey and Shawn. And Jerron Ennis. Those are great names. Great names. Out of those 4 names, which one of these aren't pay-per-view? Shawn Porter, Mikey Garcia, Jerron Ennis, Castillo Clayton, David Avanesian.
The last 3 probably.
Ennis, Clayton, and Avanesian, not pay-per-view worthy.
Yeah, I think Ennis is a great fighter, but he just don't have the recognition yet from the
people.
Yeah. So
he got it from the hardcores, but he ain't got it from the big population. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Mikey and Porter definitely pay-per-view.
I ain't even mad at you, man. That is very, very true. Let's see what we got here. Looking like Brandon in Cincinnati saying, oh shit, I'm all over here. I'm screen sharing like a mojo. We supposed to be right here doing this, saying, Ness, you got to get knockouts with Nayaka?
Knockout.
On the panel.
Yeah, she a cool boxing lady. You know what I'm saying? She got a good channel over there, Knockouts with Naka. She's pretty good on Twitter too. So yeah, she's good at what she does.
Oh yeah? Well, I mean, big, little, small, we trying to collaborate with them all. You know what I'm saying? We going out to Stonebone Book Sale in Colorado. Shit, my bad. Stonebone.
What up?
What up?
Oh shit, man! I'm hoping this fight get done, man. And hey, we got to stop dwelling on this arbitrary $1 million. In that same interview, he said oh, he can get $2 million. We even willing to do $2 million and back end. It's like a 2-hour interview or hour plus interview on Fred channel when that million joke came up, and he was laughing. He was saying, no, but we'll do $2 million, and if you want like back end, we can work on that too. He said, right now I'm paying Crawford. He said right now I'm paying Crawford sometimes 100% on his minimum. He said, Bud selling 16,000 tickets. He getting cuts of that money too. So just because Bud wasn't fighting on pay-per-view, don't mean the guys don't got contractually ways to make more money than a minimal guarantee. When you driving on the highway and they say the minimum speed is 55, do you drive 55 or do you drive closer to the maximum of 75? So the minimum is what it takes for him to get in the ring. So, and if it go to purse bid, we know that the minimal bid has to be at least Bud Crawford's minimal. So we gonna get a real fight here. I think this is more likely to happen than not. We was talking about it on the back call about some other people getting involved to try to push this over the finish line, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna get done.
Who's this other people? Come on, man. What you mean? Who's these other people you insinuating gonna get involved to get it over the line?
Man, when you just think about this, when a guy is finna be free agent, a lot of people listen. We might act like Bud and Bob Arams talked all of the crap about the shit, but we know that in a coast he ain't from, 16,000+ people were there to watch him and Khan. It was over 12,000 people in the same Madison Square Garden to watch him and the unknown wrestling Kavaliauskas coming off a draw. So these people is the same people flying him around the country, flying him out to the desert, wherever he at right now with his family doing waterfall. This fight gonna get done. This is gonna be the last fight over there, and it's getting done. You can pretty much mark that.
See, and that's what I said. That's what I took from his tweet. Thank you, Stonebone. Stonebone obviously has a very good relationship with that team. So, I kind of take what he says as, law. And that's what I interpreted. Mike just said him too. Because I talked over you. My bad.
No, I'm saying anything Stonebone tell me about Terence Crawford team, I pretty much take it as, you know what I'm saying?
Law, me too. And that's why I said when I interpreted that, he's telling us right now, like, shut the fuck up. I got this. It's coming soon. Shh, y'all talking. Y'all thinking, this ain't gonna happen or that is gonna happen. No, watch. We coming soon. And I don't see him putting that if he thought he was gonna be in a purse bid situation. I just, I think he's, thinking he's in a good place. Like if you don't feel that, then you won't put out that tweet. I just believe we all getting it. We're close. Again, Porter pulling it down is different. That shit shook me up. It's like, damn. So is he gonna turn down a good offer too? But we got Jay Miller that says, "Welcome back, Mike Ness. Love the competitive advantage. Hat keep what? What the fuck? Okay, let me see. Welcome back, Mike Ness. Love the competitive advantage. Hat. Keep up the good work. I guess because I'm wearing my Canelo hat. He's trying to say I'm biased to Plant. Nah, man, Plant just ain't sent me a hat. Know what I'm saying? I was wearing my Sosa Crew shirt yesterday, man. You give me the free paraphernalia, I'ma rock your shit because I fuck with you. Like, shout out to Sosa Crew for life. I'm waiting for the day for him to get his camera in the gym, and it shows that, his story, as a Latino, Mexican Latino in New York City. First of all, like, that's not common, and then he turns around and he gives his life to these children. He's part of the Atlas Cops and Kids. Funding goes dead on that. He continues the gym, and he's turned all his amateurs. All his amateurs are now televised pros. It doesn't matter how good they've gotten or how far they've gotten. They're all his amateurs. He's groomed that. I mean, think about JT for one moment, that he can turn all three of his boys into pros. That shows his skill and what he was able to pick up along the way. We talking about a dude that turned Chris Colbert pro, Nikita Abali pro, Rashid Mati pro, Gerald Big Baby Miller, Nikoshi Solomon pro. He got Lennox Allen, which a few years ago, all y'all made plus 600 money because of me on Allen Pro. So let's just stop, man. I mean, not that y'all said anything wrong, but we need to highlight this man. He's official, you know. Shout out to Adidas that once upon a time sponsored him and got the gym all those back. Oh, and Shushu Carrington, you know, our potential Olympic hopeful who's turning pro. That was another. I mean, you know, I hope he's still training with Shushu. That's all I'm saying, because Shushu, he got him to the Olympics, so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that pro debut. I seen Shushu was about to fight on a top rank card, so that shocked me, you know, because, you know, obviously Sosa's on the PBC side, the PBC. But we going out to Coach Myers in Connecticut. What's happening, man? Connecticut? Seattle, Washington, PBC. Are you available? PBC.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Boxingworks.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, what it do?
What up?
I think that this is a PBC move in-house pretty soon. This fight's gonna get made. It's probably gonna be around October, maybe the end of it. Maybe he gets that $4 million and he's owed. I can't wait to see it, man. Bud going to PBC, Shawn Porter getting something. We're gonna see. You know, finally Bud gets something. But I got Bud beating Shawn Porter, 100%.
What happened to all that? Baby Bub, Baby Blue, all that crazy shit you used to call it. Now he gonna finally fight a PBC fighter, and you talking about he gonna beat him.
If Canelo came over PBC, I'm fucking with him. If Bud's coming over here, so I'm fucking with him.
But you're still picking him against the PBC fighter without even being a PBC fighter when you be calling him Baby Bud.
Hey man, he made the right decision. When you make the right decision, if Canelo he made the right decision taking that one fight deal. Mr. Bud made the right decision. I fuck with him. You know? Don't hate.
Word. All right. Yeah. So, no hate. No hate over here on this side.
PBC got like inside knowledge on like what Bud doing next. I just want to know, because I mean
I doubt it.
Almost certain that he's going to PBC.
Yeah. He seems like it.
And if you're Bud, man, to me, honestly, you look at the Wilder, Canelo, Anthony Joshua blueprint and just do fight by fight. No need to tie yourself down to a specific promoter or network.
Exactly.
Have that flexibility where you can go out and do whatever you want when you want it, like Mikey Garcia can.
I think he deserves it too. You know, you look at fighters who've accomplished what they've accomplished and have been able to go and do that. You know, guys like Ward, guys like Cotto, over the last decade, and a guy like Crawford fits that, you know, that recipe.
Yo, shout out to Jemmy, man. I swear to God, Jemmy, you coming all the way to the top with me, man. I'm telling you. Yo, my man literally clipped when I was promoting and made a fucking flyer, a digital video flyer. But yo, add all the names, champ. I don't want Darren getting jailed that I just said Lorenzo. You know, at least leave it where I say like Lorenzo, Darren, and Hendry. Then you can clip there. We going out to Austin in Hobbs. What up?
Hey, good morning, Ned. Hey, you finally got it right.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, compa Mario, bro, what's up?
What up? You ready to get that win, champ?
But no,
I
man.
seen your sparring on YouTube the
Yes,
other day. You looking good. Yo, you know your living room look exactly like my living room. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It's
I'm gonna
just
send
a
you a pic.
Mexican thing, I guess, man. My
Yeah, right.
abuela decorated it for me.
Bro, my abuela
But
fucking yo, that's crazy. Yo, shout out to our
yeah, bro, they
abuelas.
think they some interior designers and shit. But
Word.
no, man. As far as the subject, man. First of all, I got Shawn upset in Terence, bro. I'm riding with Shawn, bro. Especially after the Spence fight. That man's a dog. If he didn't get knocked down, he's gonna win that fight, bro. Spence came in clutch. But and if Terence can tear him apart, then shit, that's props because that man is that's a dog right there. But I wouldn't want to fight. That's the one dude you just don't want to fight. It's not that you can't beat him up or anything like that. It's just no matter what, that's gonna be a fucking fight. And then yeah, man. Hey, man. Shout out to my fans, bro. Shout out to my son, Jordan Baker. I'm the best promoter in Border Wars already, bro. Like I run this shit, man. Shout out to Austin's brother. My brother's gonna come through with the dub come fucking September 18th.
Brother.
It'll set up the rematch, the headline in December. If y'all want to be part of the winning side, Border Wars fighters, come join SDS Promotions. That's some dangerous shit. You know what I mean? But that's my call. I got to get back to work, man. Shout out to Ness. Shout out to Mario. And shout out to this new/old panel member. Good show, y'all.
Yeah, Mike, the boss. I think he dipped out without even giving his YouTube channel, man. Don't forget to follow Mike on Gross on Sports right here on YouTube.com. I'm assuming it's going to be /Gross on Sports. I know he's got well over 3,000 subs, so he should be able to have his named URL at youtube.com/Mike on Sports. It was fun having him on. Look forward to get him back on. Let me go out to Tennessee. What up?
James Payne is my name, partner, how about you? Standing on my property and I'm gonna see about you. If I come out on my porch, I see you chillin' in your wheel. Boy, I hope you know somebody better be waiting on the bitch. James Payne, baby, see me pissing on the post. If we're playing basketball, you might see me in the post.
TBV got my audio sound.
Crystal clear.
Man, best part of waking up. Y'all know the slogan from the 80s, man. Y'all know what's in my cup, man. Shout out to Doomy. Shout out to the panel. Big shouts out to Mike Gross, the boss, man. Making a special guest appearance, man. It's been a while since I've heard their collection of voices together, and I started getting nostalgia for a second. I like it, man. Hopefully he'll come back. Yo, with the topics, man. Good news, good stuff on the horizon. Thank you, WBO, for stepping up and putting it out in the press, get this conversation going. Hopefully they can get that fight made, be a good challenge. Porter and Crawford, man, I definitely want to see it. This is the litmus test we've been waiting on. Let's make this shit happen. Pacquiao Spence, welterweight division is definitely getting turned up right now, man. End of the year is going to be epic, and we're going to have a clearer direction to this undisputed, hopefully, man. I'm going to hang up and listen to some more of the callers, man. I appreciate TBV for coming out, putting this topic out there. I appreciate the community. Big shots out, man. I'm going to hang up and listen.
My town up in K-Town.
Hey, Daddy, this a dollar beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're all over the place today. You started off by saying that him deleting his tweet is not going to happen, this and that. Then you get 2 calls from J-Mac and Stonebone. All of a sudden you're like, yeah, it's going to happen.
Nah, remember,
what do you really believe?
Remember that I said Crawford put out 48 hours ago, like, coming soon. Shh. So I said that was positive. It could mean, it's both ways, bro. It's both ways. Like, I really don't see
it's just funny because certain callers, it's just funny because certain callers, and then all of a sudden you you change your mind. But
Well, obviously,
to me, at
you
the end
don't
of the day, I
believe in
don't really care
Stone
what he
Bone.
does.
You don't believe in Stone Bone and the connection that he has to that team.
Well, he's been saying that he's going to somebody now for like 3 years. He's been telling us. So, well, I mean, what is the difference now?
I mean,
go back and replay the calls.
I mean, the tweet is the difference.
At the end of the day, like I look at it as Shawn, he's calling the shots. Either he wants to or not. WBO, they can't enforce anything. You know, they got no power. These sanctions, they got no power. They just want money. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, either he takes it or he doesn't. And he fights who, you know, I want him to fight. That's all.
What do you want? What do you want to see?
I want to see Crawford fight somebody.
Is that somebody Porter? That's the subject today. Do you want this fight?
Be good.
All right.
It'd be good. Yeah,
All
it'd
right.
be good.
Ralph, or rather Rafael, College Station, what up?
You know, I disagree that the sanctioning bodies don't have power. I think they have too much power. And when they make bad decisions by stripping or on WBO, I appreciate them mandating this fight. It's a great fight. It's a PBC fighter. So and I do think Shawn Porter's going to win because when Bud fought Mean Machine, I didn't expect that he almost got knocked out. And I think Shawn is going to be too much, especially with his last performance against Earl. Earl's, I think, a better boxer than Terence. And I just think when you fight a better fighter than yourself, you only get better. So I see Shawn beating Terence Crawford, and so he has the belt. And I hope they fight Ugas, then get that second belt, and keep it in the PBC side because these fights not happening, it's ridiculous. But also, let's not act like that's a strap on the reason why these fighters fight. I understand the sentiment behind when a great person like Pacquiao, who already has a name and all these belts in the past, but the reason why Pacquiao's Pacquiao because he got eight division world titles. The way Jordan's Jordan, he got 6 championships. The way Brady's Brady, he got 7 rings.
All right. Don't forget the number to call in, 14255695241. Press 1. 60 seconds. And voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We got a super chat coming in.
You got 60 seconds to come in and get on the border. I'm sorry, on the blog talk. Just a heads up.
Yes, sir. If you press 1 or get off now, you won't be allowed back on. Right now, anybody who's on the line gets to stay on for 1 extra hour and listen to whatever we have talked about, but no new callers can call in. If you do want to call in, you can always call us on Skype by adding Nestor Gibbs on Skype to being part of the conversation. Looks like Boxing King 22 says, can't nobody on YouTube doing like TBV, not even... Nah, man, Mike is the man. That's why he was on with us, champ.
10 seconds.
Thank you, but yeah, man, we going out to some callers, and before we do, I want to ask you to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. We got about 329 thumbs up. We got about 600 people watching. I need you to hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. I just turned it to 330, so go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Share this show, helping this particular episode get in front of the eyes of other boxing fans, spreading the word and allowing us to grow and get bigger, and also new callers and different opinions and takes from all over the world, keeping the show global and number 1 on iTunes by dropping us a 5-star review. And, we appreciate all of the support. Once again, I do want to remind everyone that it's going down, baby. August 14th, the showdown in A-Town. It's going down. TBV will be streaming these fights live right here on theboxingvoice.com. And you can also find it right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where we will be commentating the live fight for Lorenzo Truck Simpson, the Gift Darren Cunningham, and obviously De Lo Mio from the Dominican Republic, trained by Ken Porter, Henry Martinez. Don't forget, right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, you can watch boxing absolutely free. Big names on TBV. So don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. You can also buy tickets if you want to be in the building live. I'm telling you, I've been told that Tank is going to show up. I'm told Tank doesn't miss a Lorenzo Truck Simpson fight. We all know that I was in Atlanta last week calling some other action for the TriStar Promotions. And, you know, Devin Haney, a DHP fighter and a DHP owner, because he's the CEO, was there for his 2 fighters. And Darren Cunningham is also a DHP fighter. You know, Calvin Ford trains Lorenzo Truck Simpson. We're talking about big names on TBV, big names in Atlanta, because it's going down, the showdown in A-Town. We're going out to JT in Dallas. What up?
Make them up. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'm killing this mother. Why do you have to talk like that?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, everybody? Shout out, Ness. Congratulations on y'all. I think y'all next commentating show.
Yes, sir.
You know, I appreciate the shout out that you thought of. You just said with my boys. You know, I'm gonna see you at the top though, cause it's all the way up from here, stuff like that. So, but based on the topic, I think everybody underestimate. I have Bud maybe beating Shawn Porter, but see, if you think about it, what I see with Shawn Porter, every fight he been in, he might have lost, but he made it a close fight, made it a rugged fight, and you just never know. Eventually, them close fights might turn into an upset, because he was in a tough fight with Keith Thurman, tough fight with Danny, even though Danny said he punched like a pillow. I still don't understand that. If he had pillow hands, why Danny wasn't letting his hands go move. I just think it's a tough fight, and this gonna be a good tester for Bud Crawford, because if Bud come in here and stop Shawn Porter, which I don't see happening, it's gonna raise some eyebrows, because everybody that been in there with Shawn Porter couldn't get him out of there. The 2 knockdowns that he had by Adrian Broner and Errol Spence, he got up right quick. He shook it back. It was like check shots that he never was really hurt from. He just got up and like he went back to fight. So if Bud could come in and stop a Shawn Porter, that's big right there. And then let's start looking at the.
That's impressive. Has anybody stopped Porter? Not even Brook, and Brook was in his prime. I mean, that would be impressive. He's gone down though, so no one's capitalized off those flash knockdowns that they've caught him with.
Speaking of that, LV Slugger with the $5 super chat says, when did Shawn Porter... Wait, did you read this one? No.
LV,
when did Shawn Porter develop knockout power? Who was the last boxer he even knocked down? Some of these dudes sound like Sugar Hill. Bud drops Shawn.
Bud dropped Shawn. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's
But Porter will be tough. I promise you that.
Yes. And I think that's all that we really care about. You know, that's all that we really care. We just want a nice, tough fight that indicates he's in a real fight. That's it. Listen, I just want to say, if you follow us on Instagram at The Boxing Voice and you repost the flyer that we are going to be commentating and live streaming Lorenzo Truck Simpson and Darren Cunningham's and Henry Martinez's fight, along with Amir and Najee, I will repost you to my 60,000 followers, you know. Get your name out there. Maybe you're a coach, up-and-coming coach, you're a content creator. Listen, that's how we intermix the audiences and intermix our brands and help each other grow. So share the word that we're going to be having live fights right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice with Truck and The GIF, as well as Ken Porter train Henry Martinez. And I will repost you, retweet you, because I want everybody to know we got these live fights. We're going out to Contrill. Contrill, what up?
Hello, me?
Contrail? No? How do you pronounce it?
Yes. It's Kentrell. Can you hear me?
Oh, Catrill.
Yeah.
Can you spell it for Mario?
Yeah, I'm right. It's Kentrall.
There you go. You got it, Mario?
Got you. Yeah.
Talk to us.
Hey, I want to say I appreciate y'all guys first, but I don't see Shawn Porter getting stopped. No one has been able to stop Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter got a better resume than Terence Crawford, and
No,
Hello?
go ahead. Yeah, that was just starting the count.
Oh, my bad. Shawn Porter got a better resume. His last 10 opponent is better than Terence Crawford. So I think it's going to be a close fight. I'm betting my money that the fight go 12 rounds. But I see a close, maybe like a split decision, because Shawn Porter showed us that he got great with every fighter that he fought. So that's my call, you guys.
All right. Don't forget at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we're back with our flagship show where we do previews and predictions as well as take your calls and have you, give your preview of the fight and you make your prediction of this weekend's fights. Plus, we mix in news and notes and any sexy headlines out there. We are going to have a bunch of guests, not only panelists and other content creators in the boxing YouTube community. We're also going to have two big-time guests. We have the very tough and rugged Ebane Bridges, who fought through a championship level fight with a completely shut eye and puts on some of the best weigh-ins boxing has ever seen. And then we have the son of a legend that he's not looking like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He's looking like his father, Costa Tszyu, Tim Tszyu, doing what we expect father-son duos to do. Like, if you're the son of a legend, fight like that legend. And, Tim, he's out here taking heads off, you know what I mean? He's putting on good shows in Australia. We're going to have him on the show. I finally get to ask about Danny and Jamel. I made those fights for you, Tim. I made those fights for you. So I'm excited. 7 p.m. is going down. Tim Tszyu, Ebony, is it Ebony? Ebony, right?
Ebane. I thought it was Ebane Bridges, but you might be right. Ebony Bridges. Yeah, I think it is. You're right.
All right.
I always go to Ebane. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the Joe Joyce Carlos Takam fight is this weekend. Chris Jenkins also on that card.
Yo, let me bring the alarm. I gotta cut you off, champ. Because you need to hear this. Shout out to Killer Kells, man. I swear to God, this is why I'm telling you, it's little goals. My man's about to fly from Cali to Atlanta just to be live August 14th. Showdown in A-Town with TBV commentating, baby. My man said I gotta be in town for this one, man. Yo.
Definitely.
Salute.
Yo, shout out to James Benitez who came out for the last one. Shout out to Donnell.
Yeah,
yo,
man.
we was
James
heavy
Benitez
in there, man,
came
for
out
real.
to the last one. Donnell Fernandez was at the last one, man. Just shout out to everybody that's supporting, man. What did JT say? It's up from here, and it's up from here for us too, man. Up for here.
That's right.
For him and his sons. Make sure y'all following him. He's posting some of that sparring on the Border Wars group chat. So if you aren't a member of the Border Wars group chat, you need to do so, where you can see not only Border Wars fighters, but you can follow the careers of 3 young amateurs coming up the ranks. Get to know them now. Before they blow, because it's going to be hard to get an interview when they blow up. You know how these fighters is, man. They blow up, they don't do interviews like Crawford, man. You know how it is.
But you do got to have an iPhone, though, to be in that Border Wars chat, though. Just a heads up.
You said what?
You got to have an iPhone to be in that Border Wars chat. Just a heads up.
The Facebook group chat.
Oh, you talking about the Facebook group chat? Yeah, of course. Yes.
That's where all
definitely
the
be in there. But, don't forget tonight, flagship show. What do we got? This is like a Logan Paul, Anderson Silva is being talked about.
Yo, crazy. That kid gets a big fight after big fight.
After big fight, don't matter. Yeah, you're right. He could win or lose. And then also Triple G and Murata are finalizing, getting close. So there's plenty of topics to talk about along with this weekend's fight. So yeah.
Brandon, did I ever go to you? I don't think so. I never heard that intro. I don't think. I could be wrong. I feel like maybe I went to you first. What do you know? Tell me.
Yeah, man.
Huh?
Not yet. No, you haven't been to me yet.
Oh, champ, my bad.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jump duffel bag with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Phones jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white though. This only happens in Ohio.
Yeah, man. You know I had to call in for this one. How I sound?
We gonna deal
You
with
good?
Okay, but yeah, man. I don't see a reason why this fight doesn't get made.
it. Yeah.
If you don't like the offer Bob throws at you, it could go to purse bid, and then you see how much he really worth. So I can't foresee Shawn. If Shawn has any nuts, he can't let Al talk him into doing something else in house. What can Al really offer him that's equivalent to this in house?
They saying Keith Thurman.
So Keith Thurman coming off 2 years layoff is as big as a fight as Bud Crawford. Like
Bruh,
who thinks?
I argued no, but Mike was on here straight saying yeah.
Yeah, that's an easier fight for good money. Yeah, if you want to take an easier fight for good money, but that ain't a bigger fight and a better fight. That's a bitch way out, in my opinion. That's taking the easy way out. So I like I said, there's no reason for this fight's been ordered. So if Bob doesn't throw the right number, it could go to purse bid, and it's free for all, fair game for the highest bidder. So yeah, this fight should happen. I'm taking all bets. I'm even gonna take the knockout bet. I don't even want a straight bet. I'm willing to bet Bud knocks him out, just because I know ain't nobody gonna be willing to bet straight up with all that shit people talk about Bud. So I'm gonna throw you a bone. I'll take the knockout, and if you don't knock him out, I'll pay you. But that's my call. And Ness, yeah, man, you need to get that young lady knockouts with Nike on the panel. Young Dominican, pretty Dominican young lady, man. Get her and like Micah K on that in one day.
But why you ain't set it up? Like yo, you should be on the Boxing Voice. He's taking content.
I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Like I said, make Thursdays just you, her, and Micah, man. Have nothing but
what the hell? This dude's crazy. Yo, I'm going, man. He be wilding. Yo, this is a boxing show. My man always finds a way to mix in
make it the ladies.
His little extracurricular activities, man. Bruh, funny.
That was funny.
Who else we got? Coach Myers, Boomerang, what up?
You hear me?
I hear you.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What
I ain't got much on it. I don't believe it's gonna happen until I hear an announcement or something. I mean, like you said, we've been talking about it for 4 years, so I'm tired of going down that road unless somebody signs or somebody, says something that makes sense in a higher position. But besides that, Cassius is back August 14th too. Also, I just want to throw that in the air.
With who? Is it with Top Rank? Because I seen some strange shit happen the other day. Top Rank put his fight on their YouTube channel and promoted it. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm not sure. I don't even know where we're at. He just texted me, said I'm back August 14th. So just waiting for him to hit me back. I was hoping it was the Atlanta card.
Exactly. Imagine they put him on our card.
I know. I texted 3 times like Atlanta. I hope so though, but he didn't hit me back yet. He in, I think, California training or some shit. But that's it. Good show. That's my call.
I'm out to text and see where and shit. But that is everybody. Everybody. Oh, we got Stainless in the building. Yo, that S keeps you all the way at the bottom, champ. That's what that is. That's what that's all about right there. You be the bottom and you don't get seen.
Red belt, black belt, WBO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Stainless, I guess you working. So Ohio runs boxing with us. You there, Stainless? Stainless, you there? All right, Ohio, talk to us.
What's good, y'all?
Chilling.
I would love that fight, man. Sounds good, but I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I just don't think that's gonna happen.
Why not?
I don't, man. I was the man. I just seen that you said Porter deleted the post. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
He deleted the post. Now that's so funny because I actually talked to Kenny, and Kenny was telling me about how certain things, like I said, certain things that happened in he had to slow. I'm gonna say this. He told Porter to slow down, man. That's not how you do business in the public. You know what I mean? That's not how you do business in public. When Shawn was being aggressive, you remember that?
Yeah.
Shawn was calling up. Al don't work like that. Al don't do business like that. That's just facts. We know that fights get made when it's already there. You don't hear no negotiations or this and this. But I wouldn't be surprised if Al told Porter to take it down. I think it's more about leverage. I hate to say it, but if Crawford fights Porter and if Crawford stops Porter, let's just be honest, it gives him a lot of leverage in the Earl Spence negotiation. It's all about it's politics, man, and that's the thing I don't like about the boxing. But it's about leverage. If Crawford can get Porter, and he actually can stop Porter, it would give him a lot of leverage. I think they looking at it from that standpoint because Al loves sending fighters with no belts over the top rank. We have seen that plenty of times, but this one, I just think it's more about the leverage. That's just my opinion. That's why I don't think it's gonna happen.
But outside of your opinion, what Ken told you, do you want it or not?
Hell, who wouldn't? Absolutely. Facts. Crawford needed an opponent, man.
No, I said Ken wanted. Does Ken want it?
Oh, yeah. King. Oh, yeah. This was before this all happened. King, yeah. This is before that. But they actually was looking at other opponents. When I talked to Kenny, this was probably about a month ago, and they had other opponents. They even had two top 10 opponents, but, I can't really speak on that. And then Thurman got through in the mix. Thurman wasn't even on the list. So that's a fact. Thurman was thrown in after I got off the phone with him. A couple days later, Thurman's name was mentioned. He wasn't even on that. So, hey, it is what it is. But I don't see nothing. I don't know, man. I would love this fight. It needs to happen. I embrace it. Let's go.
All right. Let me get to Stainless. What up? Stainless. You muted yourself.
Yeah, that's the joy of a boomerang, man. Sorry about that. I get caught up at work and forget that my phone is away from me. I'm just walking around on Bluetooth. So, I had unmuted, but but my Bluetooth was sitting somewhere else, so I had to go grab it. But good show, man. I think this is probably the first one I got to get on for all week. I mean, do I think the fight gonna happen? I hope so. I mean, I was a little excited when I was seeing people's screenshots of Porter saying the clock is ticking, but and I guess I gotta say in usual Shawn Porter fashion right now because he's done that. This is probably the second time, right, with the Crawford thing. Is another the reason that I didn't do it, but he won't ever speak on it. So, I can't keep twiddling my thumbs. Like I said, I've been on that campaign this year. Until the fight going on, I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? I hope it happens. It's a good fight. I think it'd be a good test for Crawford, as people say. I think CYP was the first I heard say it a while ago. Crawford's like the gatekeeper of the championship or the top tier of welterweights, and he is. I think Crawford has more of the tools, and it may go 12 rounds, but there'll be a couple knockdowns in there. Maybe on both sides. Well, I doubt it because Porter kind of smothers punches, but he's a rough and tumble guy, so you know that you're gonna get good output and that good performance from Porter every time. And you were right. If Keith loses again, that's probably going to be the end of Keith. He might as well go and retire off that. So it's better for him to try to fight Ugas and get the belt as opposed to taking a fight with Porter, who who has been active while Keith's been sitting on the bench. It's 2 years now, right, since the Pacquiao fight. So that's another 2 years of inactivity. And I mean, I'm a hardcore, and I don't even think of Keith first when I think of the top welterweights because he's just so inactive that he's not at the forefront of boxers I think about in the welterweight division. So it's probably better for him to try to take that Ugas fight to get his belt back, technically, since it's the WBA Super, right? But like I said, I'd hope we see it, but I'm trying to live in reality this year, fellas. Thanks for the show, though. I just did, I want to say 70 hours in the last 5 days, 60 hours. Yeah, 60 hours in the last 5 days. And most of that has either been on this show with y'all and just muted and not talking, you know, kind of jumping in and out, or on that back call with the rest of the TBV community. And it might have started by accident. I know the back call ain't exactly your favorite thing, but it's something that's organic, that's helped us all to connect in another way, so that we loyal to each other in this TBV community, if nothing else. So, you know, thanks for that, because it was a call you started by accident one day with Doomy that started all of this. And me and Eno just happened to be on there. So you got to take credit where it's due. It's still one of your babies too. But I'm going on a 3-day vacation, so y'all might not hear from me for a few days.
Where you going?
I'm just going to Chattanooga, man. I've been working so much, man, and so long. I just wanted to kind of, take a couple of days off with my gal so we could just chill out. You know, we're gonna go to like Ruby Falls out there. I was going to like get the pay-per-view for the Water Fury because that was this weekend, and just watch it watch it at the hotel and stream it on the back call. Watch it at the hotel. But yeah, I can say that since it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Watch it on the back call, you know what I'm saying, with the rest of the TBV patrons, you know what I'm saying? But since it ain't happened, I guess I watched the Joe Joyce. But that's usually in the afternoon. That one's gonna be in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't even have American TV. That sucks.
Oh shit! Look who joined in.
Well, you can always catch a stream, but got to get back to it though, fellas. Like I say, appreciate the content because it's kept me up and kept me able to get through it. And as I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up, share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, that's because you a pendejo. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Shout out to Stainless. Yo, Maestro.
What's
going on, guys?
What up, big dog? Good show the other night, by the way.
Oh, appreciate it. Mano a Mano live Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern with Kenny T. Thank you so much for the plug. Nestor, what's good?
Chilling, man. Shit, we wrapped it up. It's on you. Really, we need your take, man. You believe this fight's going to happen? A lot of people thinking a lot of different things. Obviously, I went down my conspiracy lane because, you seen Shawn Porter. He put out a nice little tweet indicating he was interested, indicating the clock was ticking, and all of a sudden it disappeared, Videos disappear, tweets disappear, things disappear in this boxing world we live in. So it's like, does that mean that we're not getting this fight? Is that saying, hey, don't show energy that you're interested? We aren't interested. Like, man, it's just so draining at this point. Like this is a good fight that I would pay pay-per-view for.
Yeah, I agree. It's an excellent fight. Two really good fighters. No one gave Errol Spence Jr. the kind of test that Shawn Porter did. And let's face facts. I like Terence Crawford, but he has not been tested yet at 147, right? I mean, he won the title against Jeff Horn. He followed it up with defenses against Jose Benavidez Jr., the Mean Machine, and Kell Brook, right? So, look, he needs a big fight. I think the question is, though, whether or not, if this does happen, it would take place on Fox or on ESPN. I think it would more likely take place under PBC than under Top Rank. And I say that because I remember Shawn Porter on his podcast said that he was offered less money by Bob Arum to face Terence Crawford than he was paid by the PBC to take on Sebastian Formella. So I think Bob has a track record of underpaying fighters or not really wanting to risk much money on his cards. But yeah, I mean, look, Terence Crawford needs a fight at 147. And the names I was hearing were not really good names in terms of who he'd be taking on next.
They said David Avanesian, ESPN reported David Avanesian was his offer from Top Rank for October 23rd date.
I mean, I guess that's an okay fight. I mean, he's a European champion, a former WBA regular title holder. I mean, were you that impressed with the Josh Kelly win? I mean, I never really rated Josh Kelly that highly, to be fair. So
I mean, he was the first one to do it, though. He
true.
bust that bubble.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's like another Mean Machine level opponent. Like, we want to see Crawford tested against the elite.
He lost the Mean Machine.
Pardon me?
Yeah, Avanesian lost that Mean Machine.
Yeah. So it's that level of opponent. I mean, I don't see it as progression. I see it as regression, you know?
Should he be disrespected by that offer? Like, bro, you just said I was fighting Pacquiao in Qatar. Now you're trying to bring me Avanesian?
I mean, disrespected by Top Rank? He's already been disrespected by Top Rank. Like, Top Rank disrespects their fighters, especially their black fighters. You know, I mean, Bob Arum was going around the media doing tours talking about how people wanted to vomit every time they watched Rigo. This is a guy who was signed to him, you know?
Yep.
And then talking about how he could buy houses in Beverly Hills for what he's, you know, losing on paying Terence Crawford. He's already been disrespected by Bob. So I want to see Crawford in a good fight at 147. I'm hoping the Shawn Porter fight is a fight. And I think you're right, Ness. It would have to take place on pay-per-view because I don't see Bob Arum forking over like the minimums that these two guys would be commanding.
But it is a pay-per-view fight. Like, we got Keith and Porter for free because Al had a free for TV plan. Like, that's no longer the plan. That's not the answer. This is a pay-per-view fight. I don't understand why Bob can't take 30 days to say, look, I'm going to give you $2 million up front. I'll give you your minimum of $3 million. You know, now we need to make $5 million, right? That's
$3 million. And that's pretty much how much he came up with for Kell Brook, right? I'm
sure they got more. I'm sure Brook and Khan got more. That, you know, the disrespect for Bud, for Porter is you know, it's crazy. Those guys, I'm sure, got more. But if we keep it to that, if we keep it to 2 and 3, and now we're at 5, you know, we don't need that many pay-per-views. You know, if we can do 200,000, you know, times the $80, we're 16 million. We divide that, you know, we're at 8 million. We pay the fighters 5 million. We could give them pay-per-view upside. They got 3 million to go. Plus, that's not tickets. That's not the gate. That's not the tickets we're gonna sell. It's not the concessions. None of that. You know, it's not the sponsorships attached to this fight. This is a big fight. When you go to Everlast and you say, hey, you want to sponsor this fight? What fight? Bud versus Porter. Oh, okay. How much is the fee for the slot? What's the dimensions? You know, what do I get to advertise? Is it looping? Where is it going to be seen? This is a big fight. So this is bad. This is low math, 200,000. This is saying no one buys this fight. You know, now let's say that he does what him and Porter did, Porter and Spence, right? 275, right? You do go ahead and multiply that by 80. Now you got 22 million. So,
yeah, that's good math. A nice hat, by the way.
Thank you, man. It's my favorite fighter in the whole wide world.
So, you know what I was thinking when you're talking about Brook and Khan getting money? I mean, I was going to say a lot of that had to do with probably the TV rights in the UK, right? And them
I mean, because they bring a UK pay-per-view. They bring a UK pay-per-view check. But let me cut you. I got a counterpunch here from Mr. PBC in Seattle, Washington.
Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I got Bud beating Shawn Porter. That's if he agrees to the money. Shout out to Tyson Fury, biggest cheat in American history. I mean, we've never seen a dude throw a towel over a camera, gloves. This is totally new.
You trying to
I
bait
can't wait to see.
Maestro in? Or are you trying to bait Maestro back in? Because you know he murdered a lot of people on this topic.
Oh no, he didn't.
Okay.
But when it comes to cheating, he didn't murder nobody. He's just helping his brother. But Tyson Fury is the biggest cheat in American history. We've never seen this. The dude got COVID. He don't. He 2 days before the fight, he tested negative. Could have made the fight, but didn't. It's crazy. If Deontay Wilder's so trash, why won't he fight him?
Mm.
That's just how I'm saying.
He's
Like,
fighting
if
him
I can beat
October
up someone,
9th. You know that, right?
if I can beat up somebody like that easy, I'm just gonna do it again.
But
This
you
is
know
weird. You know, you got COVID,
You know they fighting October
beat up by
9th?
a baby, by a little baby, or what's his name, Big Baby Anderson. So we're gonna see, man. Shout out to Bud coming to PBC. This is Bud's gonna take the cornbread from Shawn Porter.
Mm.
You know, because Bud.
All right. I don't know if he knows that. Anyway, shout out to Mr. PBC. You were saying, Maestro.
No, I was just saying that Kell Brook and Amir Khan in their fights in the U.S. get paid a lot off of the back end in the UK because of the TV deals over there.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing about it is that Top Rank actually signed a major deal with Sky Sports recently after Sky Sports obviously got dropped by Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. So, you know, I mean, if it's not for fights like this, like, why the fuck sign a deal like that? Like,
well, I don't think the UK deal has anything to do with Porter Crawford, right? Like, I mean, you can sell it to them, you can sell the rights to them, but I mean, I don't think that they're like clamoring to watch two Americans.
No, I mean, look, I want to give the UK fans a lot of credit. UK fans care a lot about US boxing, especially in guys that are champions in elite status like Terence Crawford. And all I'm saying is that Sky Sports, you know, gave Top Rank the bag for big fights. I don't think Sky Sports signed on with Top Rank for like low-level cards. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to watch fights at that time in the UK, you're talking about people that are up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like, they want big fights for that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. They definitely love boxing a lot. I just don't know that, you know, Bob is looking at it like, oh shit, Crawford versus Porter, UK gonna pay out the what? Like, I don't, I don't know. But we got intrigue in Atlanta. What up? Speaking of Atlanta, shameless plug. Yes, it's a shameless plug, but it's okay because this is the biggest fight card that we have ever gotten the opportunity to call. It's going down, the Showdown in A-Town, August 14th. It's going to be streamed right here live on the YouTube channel. YouTube.com/The Boxing Voice. The first time we get to stream live professional boxing with some gigantic names in the sport. I just feel blessed that Lorenzo Truck Simpson and Darren the Gift Cunningham and Henry Martinez de lo Mio, who's trained by Ken Porter, will be fighting right here on the Boxing Voices YouTube channel. And we get to call the action live and introduce you to a bunch of up-and-coming talent that I've been hearing so much about. This Najee character, I'm telling you, you guys are you'll see it on the live pay-per-view. Check him out, Najee Lopez. Everybody's talking about him. You can also check out Amir Mason, another one that's going to be someone. And if you are someone, you should come on out to the ATL or actually just watch it right here. Watch it right here on our YouTube channel. Tell everyone it's right here. Intrigue in Atlanta. What's going on, my friend?
I said this bitch on fire hotter than a throwaway. I need my money now. No extra days. Your time's up. Coons ready. Ain't no other way. It ain't no other way. That's all I got. I say what I mean. Do what I say. I pray my chopper bullets don't spray. If you cross, you better look both ways.
Champ.
What's good? What's good?
How are you?
Man, chilling, man. Shoot, excited, man. Finally, that's why you ain't seen me saying no bud tenders or nothing.
You know what I mean? All I wanted to see is Bud getting in a fight against a marquee name, and I ain't got nothing to say. He fighting Porter, man. I hope that happens, man. It's good for the sport, man. Good for the welterweight division. Like I was saying, it's probably not a. Well, I mean, I think Thurman still is a better fight for Porter. I know you. I mean, I was listening to your argument, but at this point in time, I'd rather see Porter fight Bud and Thurman fight Ugas, so it can set up something else that, in my mind, that I want to see. But I want to be mad if Porter fight Thurman. I mean, it's a dope fight, but I like the Crawford versus fight. And then the other thing was that Thurman, if he did take the Porter fight and was to lose, it's about how he would lose to Porter if someone was to say that he would be done after that fight. I think Stainless said that if it was another close fight like the first Thurman Porter fight and he lost the split decision loss or it's close like that, nobody gonna be like, oh, he's done. Nobody gonna say that. I mean, if he got knocked out by Shawn Porter, that's a different story. So you got to put that in perspective. But that's it, man. Good show, bro.
Great call, fam.
Alrighty then. And that is everybody. So I guess, Maestro, I mean, you can take us overtime if you got any extended thoughts on the topic. If not, we are back at 7 p.m. where we're going to have Tim Tszyu, the son of a legend, Costa Tszyu. We're also going to have the very tough Ebony Bridges from Australia, who fought her last championship fight with her eye completely shut and obviously puts on one of the best weigh-ins in boxing. So she'll be on the show as well. Yeah, man, if you got anything else, if not, I guess it is social media time.
No, I just want to agree with the caller. Like, I was at that fight at the Barclays, Crawford against Keith Thurman. And it was a good fight. I'm actually surprised they didn't run it back. And, if that's the fight that kind of happens instead, I'm not going to cry about it. It's a good fight.
Nah, they can't give me that when they could give me Porter Crawford. I don't want Thurman Porter if you got that on the table. Like, that can't, like, you can't tell, as Al, you can't tell Porter, like, nah, just fight Thurman. That's a big fight, too. Like, nah, man. Crawford is the legacy fight. Crawford is a legacy. It's a career-defining fight. Career-defining fight, too.
I agree. It's a great fight, but if it doesn't happen, I'm just saying that, I don't think Thurman Porter's a bad fight. You got two guys that won another crack at the title, two guys that fought each other in a close fight. And people sleep on Thurman or joke about him, and they forget that he was actually a really good welterweight. His only loss was to Manny Pacquiao. So, would I rather see Terence Crawford against Shawn Porter? I absolutely would. To be honest, I wouldn't even mind seeing Terence Crawford against Keith Thurman. Give me either of those two guys. I'd be happy with it. I'd also be happy if he took on Ugas. But, it's the whole thing about each side of the street. But, Ness, thank you for having me on.
Hold on. I got a few callers. You want to stick around? I don't know if they're coming for you. We got Counterpunch from Stainless in Nashville.
Music City.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's more of an intrigue. I thought Porter won that first fight, if I'm being honest. And with Thurman having a 2-year layoff again, his last fight after a 2-year layoff was against Jose C. And he looked almost as bruised up and battered as he did in that Porter fight. And if he loses to Porter after a 2-year layoff, then I'm not going to be clamoring to see Thurman get another shot. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I might suspect he's going to take another 2-year layoff.
That's exactly my words.
Break another wrist. You know what I mean? So it's not that I don't like I say, I'm a boxing fan. I don't have no favorite fighter no more. I gave up on that because that's how you get Roy Jones getting knocked out by Glenn Johnson. I had to stop doing that because I couldn't watch boxing for a while. It took me a while to get back into it. You know what I mean? So I stopped being a fan of just a boxer and started being a fan.
Counterpunch from Intrigue right back at you, Stainless.
Come on, man. Thurman beat Porter. And even if you do have that opinion that Porter beat Thurman, to say that Thurman got bruised and battered by Josito Lopez, man, that is ridiculous, bro. He lost one round. He got hit by a shot. That happens in boxing. I mean, come on, man. Everybody acting like Thurman washed up. He ain't washed up, bro. Just because his face got bruises, he light skinned, he red. And then on the last thing, that's to say that, if he lose to Porter, he gonna take another 2 years off. Let's put it really in perspective. Thurman been taking years off because he was getting injured. If he don't get injured, if he fully, I ain't never seen Thurman look how he's looking right now and don't even got to fight, slim down, ain't losing 30 pounds to get down. Nah, man, if that man is fully healthy and don't get injured, I don't think he's taking no layoff, even if he loses to Porter. That's just my thought.
Well, all right. Coach Myers, boomerang.
Yo, you hear me?
I do.
Ain't shit. I ain't got really much on it. I just wanted to get my boomerang in. But yesterday I wasn't able to see hear the show on Border Wars. Anything new pop up? Any new fights get signed? Anything like that?
Yeah,
That's all I got.
Chris from Florida is taking on Dan the Man, who lost to Adrian from Wisconsin. And it got real spicy. Mission Impossible is a true entertainer. He came in here and he called a bunch of people ducks, you know what I mean? He definitely called Marvin and Anna duck. They ducked him, so now he's at heavyweight. He called Smoke 'em Out Jay a duck. He went into his call actually like, yo, I ain't gonna make it because my truck broke down, which is the same exact reason Smoke 'em Out Jay didn't make it to the fight he was supposed to have with Mission Impossible the first time. So the show was definitely official. And other than that, we announced yesterday what we've been saying all day over and over, that August 14th, we will be commentating live from Atlanta, the Darren Cunningham fight, the Lorenzo Chuck Simpson fight, the Henry Martinez fight, and, by the grace of God, it's going to be streaming right here live on our YouTube channel, absolutely free. But it looks like I got another counterpunch from Stainless. What up? Stainless.
Yeah, sorry, I'm at work, so I gotta mute in and out anyway. But he only lost a round or two against Josecito Lopez. But that's what we remember, is that he lost that round or two and how bad he looked, you know what I'm saying, in those rounds. It was more that he lost those rounds against a guy that he should have easily whitewashed. You know what I mean? And then how good is Keith Thurman still came into question. And if he come in again and then this time he loses to Porter, then again we're going to start asking that question, how good is Keith Thurman and what he got left in his tank? And is he going to take another 2-year layoff? Because he get injured damn near every time he fight now. And Porter ain't no easy fight. He's a tough rumbling guy. He's a tough guy who will rumble and tumble with you. You know what I'm saying? Remember the Berto fight? That he got a knockout by headbutt. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna be in there rough with that guy, and he ain't fought in 2 years. So if he lose again, he's not gonna be the first.
Counterpunch from Intrigue.
All right, man. Let's be real. With the Josito Lopez thing, Thurman was coming, like he was saying, coming off a layoff, training at LA Fitness, not even in no real training camp, and lost one round, bro. One punch. That's what the people who hate Thurman remember. Nobody is saying, oh, he got hit. How many boxers have got rocked? I mean, Castano just rocked Charlo. Are we gonna say that forever is gonna define Charlo? No. I mean, come on, bro. Adrian Broner done lost hella times. A lot of fighters done lost shit. Charlo lost to Harrison. If he would have lost to Castano, are we writing Charlo off? No, man. People lost is a part of the game. Thurman ain't losing to no less than top 10 dudes. He lost to Manny Pacquiao in a split decision. Come on, man. We acting like he got mocked all over the floor or something. This is ridiculous, man. That's my call.
We got a super chat from Jaime Nieto that says, love Shawn, but Bud stops him. Damn. And then we got Only Dad's podcast. Okay. Where's that at? Only Dad's Podcast says, hey, I will take that belt to the caller. Get at me. Oh, excuse me, bet. What bet? What bet? What bet? I don't know. I don't remember
I'm
a bet.
assuming Crawford Porter or something.
Yeah, but I don't remember anybody making it like an actual bet.
I don't either.
And let me see here. The next one is from Jaime Nieto again. He says, I agree people sleeping on Keith. His only loss is to a legend. People need to put some respect on his name. People tripping, talking down on him.
I agree with that. I mean, he got laughed at because of the ukulele or the flute or whatever it was in the Himalayan mountains. And, you know, and he had the long hair and he cut the hair. People are clowning him for his new hairstyle. But the dude could fight.
Yeah, he could fight. Yeah, he could fight. He could definitely fight. Did you freeze? Oh, shit. Was it I? Okay, you there? Oh, your eyes are moving. Yo, the way you stop sometimes, I got to use the maestro's fight. Like, the dude could fight. And he stands so fucking still. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? We on the internet, champ. I'm afraid. Every 5 seconds, I'm afraid. But I think we got everybody. And there we go. Just when you thought we were done, they pull us back in. We got Long Beach, JP, never leave a man behind. What's going on?
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
Oh, shit. So he dropped off. All right, next GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Fellas, where could they find you? Fellas.
You can find me on Maestro A Boxing. I just started my YouTube channel not too long ago, growing day by day. Thanks to guys like Ness and Mario.
Where you at? You at that 1,000 yet?
Nah, I'm working on. What am I working on right? I'm working on 600.
Come on, man. Let's get him to 1,000. He can't even get paid for his hard work yet, man. No. I was talking to D-Side. He's like, yo, I don't like doing, driver, like 1,000 drives. I'm like, fuck that, bro. Like, yo, everybody should be at 1,000, especially if they put in the hours, man. So if you haven't already subscribed to Maestro's channel, man, definitely do so. Get him to 1,000 so he wants to come around here a little bit more so that we can, have friendly debates and mix it up. You know, it's always good to have different opinions, but he's working hard, and obviously he's a very intelligent boxing fan. So subscribe to that YouTube channel. Where could they find that?
Appreciate that, bro. Maestro A Boxing. Or youtube.com/Maestro A Boxing. Either one. You just look it up or type it and you'll find me right there.
Late super chat from Gallo Negro. In your opinion, who would win, Earl Spence or Keith Thurman? Oh, shit. Yo, I'm a Keith fan, man. I got to ride with Keith, man. I know he looks like a wounded soldier right now. So, like, I don't even want to have a dog in that fight. I'd rather just watch that fight and be a fan. You know, but I'm a Keith Thurman fan, you know, so I don't want to pick against him. Like, I'm going to just be rooting for my man Keith to, like, pull the upset because it's like everybody's forgetting about him. Everybody's... You see how they talking about him. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm gonna pick Spence just now. I mean, that opinion might change depending on how he does against Pac-Man, but it's hard to pick against Errol Spence Jr. He's one of the best doing it, and he's done it against really good fighters. So, you know, I gotta go with Spence in that one now. But that's not to say that Keith Thurman does not have a chance, because Keith Thurman is a very good fighter. People are just sleeping on him because of one loss to Pacquiao, which is the crazy part.
Yeah. No, but it's the time off. It's the injuries. It's a few things all together, bro. I wish it was just the loss to Pacquiao so that I could defend him easier.
He met a woman out there in Asia. He fell in love. He took some time off.
Had a child. It's just a lot. But it sounds like the child's changed him. So we just need him to get it. See, he don't even want to tune up. So it does sound like the child has put him into perspective. But we got another super chat coming in from Jaime Nieto, who says, I got Keith beating Earl. All right.
I'm willing to accept that. I just would always like to hear a fight breakdown from people who make bold predictions like that. Like, how do you see it playing out? Like, what gets him the win? You know, because Arrow's got a very good defense. You know, he's got a good jab. He's a southpaw. That's a tricky style to decipher.
Yeah. Let's get up out of here, man. Next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Peace.